Ah, hello, buddy. Morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hope everyone's having a good day. I swear, whenever Journey's the song that's on when I get back, it's almost always around this point. But yeah. Sorry I didn't stream on Twitch yesterday. It was gonna be a chill exploration stream anyway, and I just didn't feel like having the bright light in my face, so I ended up doing chill exploration and stuff for quite a while in Discord. Found another world quest. And I gotta say, Fontaine, they actually did it right. They screwed up Sumeru because there was really only... Apparently it's, how to put it? There's basically only one side quest in all of Sumeru. There's a few smaller ones, but none of them matter. None of them have much impact. It's all just Aranara, and that ruined the experience, because it's literally do main story, do Aranara, and other than that, explore. Oh, but your exploration, oh, it's gated by the Aranara. And so Sumeru felt so bad. I did not enjoy exploring Sumeru at all. Until the desert. The desert was a lot better. Even if it was technically similarly gated, I think they did it in a better way. But Fontaine is just explore, find things. I've already found like 3 or 4 major world quests that all have interesting lore and interesting story. I'm enjoying it. But that's for later. We're doing Genshin stuff later. Let me fix audio. Captain on bridge again? It's so much easier to get the audio in now that my game doesn't minimize itself. Let me stop my music. Rapoli is backwards to Sele? Like, mechanic-wise? I mean, I guess I'll see. I'll probably look at it a little today. I did do most of my dailies today already. I tried to get that done this morning. I need to wait for Abyss to open for in a little bit so that I can try and get the book, because I am literally 10 away. I hate it. So dumb. But as soon as Abyss opens, I just need to do one stage, and then I can claim the book. And then I'm happy. The stress goes away. But, is there anything else I need to do? Because that's... I believe it's 25 minutes until Abyss, right? 23 minutes. And I'm still Agony 3? Good. Some people and their names. Some people just have normal names, some people have crazy names. We got frickin' Among Us over here. New character cards while waiting. I could do the card stuff before story. Yeah, that's probably a good way to do it, so I'm not breaking up the story. I do have to do practice as well. Do I want to do the practice with a new character? Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, we got Sele and... well, sorry. Volere and Broboli. I still have to do more of this, but I'll get there. Why not? Lunar Flutter. Let's see what Volere is like. Is that a different experience item? Or is that the same one? For some reason, that looks different to me. It is a different item. Huh. That's actually really smart. That's actually really smart that they split it up. That way you don't like put a million resources into one character and then you can't level the others. Well, all the experience for the original two characters go over here. So the other characters do theirs, and then when we get to this one, do theirs. That's a better way of doing it. That's actually really smart. But let's try Volere. Now to learn a new tactic. Night-related cards are good at hurting enemies and applying bleed debuffs. Wow! Sele making people bleed? Who would have guessed? Almost like her eyes are red. Okay, bleed is only one of the debuffs, though. I'm assuming the vulns and weakens will probably be more common here, too. Wait, equal to your mana? Excuse the hell out of me. Okay, so she's gonna be the one that actually uses lots of mana. 5 stacks of bleed. Bleed causes its victim to lose HP based on the number of bleed stacks on it. Remember, bleed doesn't lose stacks automatically. And then you get a finisher that triggers their bleed. And yeah, that's fair. You could mess yourself up. By placing a card that stacks bleed, it seems to very much want me there. The card Gash will instantly increase the number of bleed stacked on enemy. Keep in mind that it's a consumable card and will only take effect once per battle. Oh! Consumable cards. That's different. It's like the opposite of a magic circle. Increase the number of bleed stacks on enemies by 150%. Okay, so does that mean it increases it by 50%? Like it multiplies by 150? Or does it literally add 150%? I hate wording like this sometimes. But okay, so stacking up a lot of bleeds. Card Blood Devour will instantly activate enemies' bleed state, deal burst damage, generally placed last. Yeah, makes sense. That's the finisher. Before the battle starts, watch out for cards MP consumption. Yeah, we need more of that. Okay, and then that'll have 7. We only need 6. And that order gets the most bleeds. Okay, so it is add 150%. Okay, that's good. Okay, and let's just watch it happen, I guess. Get some mana and bonk. Get some mana and bleed. More bleed. More bleed. More bleed! And then bleed like crazy. Have bleed. Okay, that's interesting. It's definitely not as bursty as some of the other ones, but this also doesn't have their signature cards. Directly stacking bleed. You can also use magic circle cards to quickly stack it up. Okay, so there is magic circles for them too. Oh, you put bleeds on yourself? What? Oh. Oh, I see how it is. Okay, so you bleed yourself and then that makes the enemy take even more bleeds. I wonder if she's gonna have a passive that makes bleeds heal her or something. Or if she literally is just a berserker. Go over it. Magic circle cards mostly provide continued effects and can... Yeah, we know what magic circles are. Make both sides bleed. Isn't that the wrong order? Oh, I guess you might get a little bit more from that. I don't know. It depends on if this takes effect right away or not. Agility allows you to immediately play the next card in the same turn. Agility can only be triggered once per round. Oh, so agility makes it so that you skip the next person's... Like, you skip an opponent's turn once. Oh yeah, there it is. Remove all debuffs on yourself. That's interesting. Yeah, 2 cards at once. That's interesting. That could snowball quick. And self-heal. And now I think I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm going to assume Braboli is all about self-heal, and even applying it to the opponents and then detonating it somehow. When agility is placed together, the agility that is placed later will turn gray. Let's adjust the order. Okay, so then... Oh, so you can have it happen multiple times. Oh, that's nuts. That's actually insane. Feel pressured by stacking bleed on yourself. You can use certain cards to remove debuffs, such as the card detachment. Oh, that's actually silly. Sure. Sure, you're putting heal on the opponent too, but you bleed... you're bleeding them and healing yourself a lot. Oh, this is actually a really silly build. This actually sounds really fun. I don't know if it's as broken as some of the other characters, but this sounds really fun. It just keeps going. Oh, this is the coolest sustain build ever. You're literally putting self-heals on the opponent, but it doesn't matter. Well, I mean, the other thing, too, is you could have another card in there to give you mana as well. It's nice that this is probably the first character that it actually seems like mana is going to be valuable. Because the first two mana didn't seem that important. I mostly skipped them. That's interesting. This doesn't affect my performance. Can I level her yet? Nope, I gotta do this class first. Okay. Okay, so now we actually get to try doing this. I might as well mix those. Now they have a tiny bleed. That tiny bleed means that my third hit's gonna do better. And they get more bleed. I could see this one being my favorite. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how the other ones play, but this one so far I think might be my favorite idea. If people couldn't tell from my recent characters across multiple games, I love dot characters when they're done right. Damage over time is just fun. Applies weaken to the enemy. That's interesting. It makes you a little tankier at the beginning. And they're just doing basic attacks right now. What does this change? Oh, just more bleeds. I don't know if that card's all that good. Big hit, and then I'm bleeding. I take one tick of bleed, and then I remove it. Then pop. Two on yourself. And 10 smack? It's not about the 10 smack, it's more about the shield. That's why I want the shield. That's why I want that card as the shield. Hmm. This one I don't think is that good anymore. It was good early. 3 on yourself, 6 on the enemy. Might as well merge it. Mana +2 and 4 damage. Oh, hello Merle. Thank you for the hydrate and posture check. So I could do this instead of that. And then that. Like, I don't need that many bleeds on myself yet, so I don't think that's really worth it. Goes up to 16. I don't think I'm going to keep that card forever. Oh. 4 stacks of bleed on the enemy. Yeah, I could see this being a really fun character build. Mana and bonk. Lots of bleed. Shield and damage. Big hit and bleed myself. Get rid of my bleed and big bonk and they're dead. Oh, they're not dead. They die on their turn though. Okay. Oh. Got a good crack out of my back that time. +2 mana at the start of each battle. Okay, that's a nice start, but again, I hate the start with resources things, because it's not sustainable. If it was like, you get that resource every loop, I'd like it, but... I don't know. Unless there's like magic circles that cost mana. That would be a cool use of that. Because you only need it once. So this thing is just going to shield bonk, and then just bonk a bunch of times. Oh, that's true! The consume cards. I forgot that was a thing. Okay, so we have the inflict the bleeds to opponent's magic circle. A big hit at the end, based on how many bleeds they have. I get to upgrade my mana card. I don't think I'm going to use this. Mana +1 adds bleed equal to your mana to the enemy up to 5 stacks. Which already would happen. But I don't know, I don't need that much more mana. Don't need that much. I'll throw that up there, even though I'm not doing that much bleed to myself yet. Do I want to swap the 4 thing? Because that will make this a 9 bleeds to the enemy. Yeah, why not? I'll try that. That only does 8. This will do way fucking more. I don't think this is worth keeping anymore. If enemies are debuffed, add another 8 damage. Okay. That's guaranteed 20 pretty much for her. But this is better. Huh. There's a lot of options. But let's see how this goes. Now, the bleeds begin. And big hit. Okay. Oh, I'm excited to see her unique cards. Her unique cards gotta be fun. Applies 2 stacks of bleed and 1 stack of weakness on enemies, and it has agility. 3! Holy shit. Okay, now I need more mana. I go up to 4, yeah. I don't need that. Consumes up to 4 stacks of bleed on yourself to give plus 15 damage each. So that goes up to 35 for the cost of 2. And I will have exactly 4 bleeds on myself. I don't think I'm going to use this. And potential upgrade for that again. Which would be nice because I'm probably going to get rid of this eventually. Yeah, I don't think I really need the 4 bleed. Okay, so that gives me an upgrade card. How much? I only have the 3 mana there. She has so many good cards, and you just have to balance what you're doing with it. I feel like she's gonna have the most flexible gameplay. Oh, you know what I could do? Oh, but that costs 3. I keep forgetting just mana costs. God damn it. Oh no, I'll try this. What build is this? They're just gonna keep hitting me. Okay. We'll see how this goes. I will say, she's a little scary to play with depending on what you have. Because you are hurting yourself a lot, too. And then he just bleeds to death. Okay. What time is it? Okay. Before I continue this... Save and quit. I'll continue that. It is time for Abyss. I need to do one room. Ooh, it's bleeds! Who would have thought? It's a sign, guys. Bleeds are fun. I don't think everyone has their gear, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Yeah. Take that back from Senti. Senti stole your SP buff. I think Marco Polo was the alternative. Yeah. I really need to get more Durak pieces. Multiple people use that bottom Durak piece. She should have her own set. Physical SPSP. Oops. Whatever. I don't even know what the stage is. Let's just murderize stuff. And then book. Yes, it's funny that literally just bleeds everywhere. Ah, it's this stage, okay. I love this team. You know, I've always loved this team just because their rotation is good, but I didn't even process, like, you know what? Friggin' dots. Dots everywhere. Literally, my favorite physical team is the bleed team. I can't escape the dots. How'd you target that? Whatever. They died. Hi, friend. Didn't even get to use ult. Down it goes. Just gotta get that one stage down. That's all I care for. I'll grab the crystals, why not? I don't think... Oh, if I do the other two, I can do a pull. God damn it. But this... Claim, claim... Give me my book. Not missing out on that. I guess I'll grab the box now. I've been holding off on spending. Ooh, stress gone? I have obtained a book. As far as I know, you just have to use the book before, like, October something to claim your shipping date. Book obtained. I am happy. And where's that box? Oh, I was like, wait, but I have these weapons. That's because that's the unupgraded versions. The only thing worth... Oh, I mean, that thing's honestly probably pretty good, because it's the fancy one, but no, I don't have Feng Huang down. So, give me Feng Huang down. Fancy new weapon. Also, I grabbed some Stigmata earlier. They're probably not locked. I should probably lock them. Unless they've gotten into a habit of locking Stigmata when you buy them. But doesn't look like it. A bunch of these that aren't locked. There are other collector ones. I bought some new collector ones earlier. It might have locked the new collector ones. So it locked those, but it didn't lock the other ones. What the hell? Where are specifically the ones I bought earlier? It wouldn't be that high up. Actually, were they blue to start with? The collector ones I bought earlier? They might be further down. God, I have so much random junk. Yes, they were. Okay. Yeah, they didn't lock them. God damn it. Lock collector stuff, game. That one's locked. Good. I hate that these don't lock automatically. Like, I'm never gonna get rid of them. I mean, you could see how much random shit I have, but... this should be automatic. Are there any other unlocked? Yep, there's other unlocked collector stuff. I forgot about this one. So many. Whoops, I didn't mean to go home. Okay, good, it kept my scroll. I think that's all of them, though. Okay, I think that's all of them. Nah. Who needs to change sort when I can just scroll mindlessly? And possibly trigger people. Where's the new weapon? I Feng Huang down for one lock. Tune, because I don't have a Feng Huang down key. Oh, there is a Priarm of you, isn't there? For Phoenix. Maybe I'll meme and try and build DPS Phoenix. I do have SS Phoenix, so I don't know. Maybe I'll try it. I doubt it's that good, but I could do it. Thinking of though. Is there anything I need to claim for? Where was Feng Huang down? Over here. Nope. Okay. Just HB. Wait. Level 1 out of 1. Does this one require the gun? I don't know. Whatever. But, got the book. That's the important thing. I wanted to make sure I got the book. Back to... Oh, that's not what I clicked on. Hello? Back to this. Back to making everyone bleed. Applies 2 stacks of bleed to the enemy at the start of each battle. That's nice. Oh boy, that's funny. So I can upgrade the agility thing and get that, or I can use the agility thing twice. Do what they did. So how silly can this get? I need 3 right now. With 0 attack cards? Oh no. I'm gonna get rid of that. See what we can get. Hmm. Okay, that is just better. Let's upgrade this, then upgrade that, swap it with this. I can get rid of this card now. Plus 6 time. How much mana do I start with right now? Just 2, I think? Yeah. I'll get 5 from that. Hello, Toaster. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I did just get the art book claimed in Honkai, so I'm happy with that. I don't have to panic anymore. I have it in my inventory. I just have to claim the shipping address. So I'll do that later off stream. But trying the new characters, and then we're gonna do the story. And I am contemplating how to do this, because this deck is interesting. I don't think I need this anymore. I don't even know I need that anymore. I mean, I could do something like... I could do 2 cycles with tier 1 lunar flutters if I replaced that. Yeah, the new characters in this event are interesting. At least Sele is, because that's the only one I've seen so far. I haven't seen Bronya or Braboli. Yeah, I'll replace that for now. I don't think I'm gonna use that anymore. Okay, so I got the card that doubles bleeds. And that's a consumable. Oh, I was talking about Braboli. I was talking about Bronya. I was assuming when you said they were the opposite that Bronya was going to put heals on enemies and then somehow turn those heals into damage. But if that's Sele's first card, that's amazing. Hmm. Okay. I take that off and move these back. Oh, but I still don't have enough mana. That's my biggest issue. I can't use these because mana. Yeah, no, I need to keep the same. I don't know why I'm bothering to move these by myself when I could do that the other way, but... Is this the meme one? No, not yet. But, let's see. How's this gonna go? I heal from my own bleeds. Double bleeds to you. Well, my bleeds to you. Oh god, that hurt. Okay, now apply bleeds. They take damage, I heal. And then I bonk. And then they just bleed to death. Oh, this is so silly. Oh, and inflict 2 bleeds on both of us each turn. That scares me for my survival, but this is the meme, so I'm safe on the meme. Enemies bleed takes immediate effect twice. Moves all debuffs on yourself and restore 2 HP for every stack of debuff removed. Huh. Okay, well the likelihood of me being able to do that more than once is, like, slim to none. And this card is way too expensive to ever want to use compared to those agility cards. I mean, I can upgrade that. Oh, I know it's a one-time use, but it's still 2 mana that I can't afford right now. I only get 3 mana per run, and I spend 4. And I start with 2, which means this only works for 2 cycles. Like 2.5 cycles. Now, 2.5 cycles should kill like anything. Heck, 1 cycle seems to kill stuff, but... we actually have a character that needs mana. Imagine. I'm hoping that one of her unique cards has something to do with mana, because she does not have enough mana the way she is right now. Unless there's a gold mana card I haven't seen yet. I'm probably not going to use that. There's another one of those. There's too many frickin' magic circles that are good to use for this. I mean, I guess I can get rid of that. No exchanges left. No. That should work well. It's not like the enemy's probably going to get to attack at all. If anything, I'm just gonna be hurting myself. Here it comes. First bonk. And then second bonk, he might actually get to hit me. But we'll see how this goes. This is gonna hurt, probably. Oh no, right, because of the agility. I forgot I'm so far ahead of him. Agility is so crazy. I was thinking after this he was gonna attack again, but I forgot. I was 2 turns ahead of him. He still had 2 more turns to wait. I would have gotten to hit him a 3rd time. But he bled to death before I got to. I really like that. I really like that playstyle. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I probably won't do the proper Raboli run, because I do want to get to the story. But let's see what her gameplay is like. I was right! She's all about self-heal. Light-related cards will offer the positive status self-heal. Self-heal replenishes HP based on the number of stacks at the start of your turn. The card downpour will convert self-heal stacks into massive damage. I was right! Zoom up to 3 stacks of self-heal. Each stack consumed increased damage by 12%. Holy shit, it's a huge nuke. That's all for the theoretical stuff. Figure out the rest in the battle. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, so that's just gonna be a ton. We're getting 8 stacks and we're consuming 5. Hello, Yukimura. How are you? I am trying new card game event stuff before doing the story for it. I'm so proud of myself for guessing that right. That she was gonna be a healer. Advanced knowledge. You saving for Sirin? Yeah, I really want Sirin. Well, I'm not saving because I'm still trying to get Sele. I want to get Sele, but after Sele, I am 100% going for Sirin. I'm not pulling for any of the other side banners. But, I mean, I really want Sele as well. I'm really low in pity. I have done a stupid amount of pulls. I was hoping I'd get her before this, but, you know, bad luck. But trying to get Sele, and then 100% I'm going for Sirin. Thankfully her gear is craftable, so I just want to get the weapon. Now we can learn advanced knowledge. Card Divine Retribution allows you to deal damage while you recover HP, thus making self-heal offensive. Neko, is this what you did? Is this what you did? Just this and then healing cards? If so, 10 out of 10. That's a hilarious build. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that one kind of works for her. That card would actually be pretty good for Sele as well. Divine Bestowal deals bonus damage based on the number of self-heal stacks on you. Oh, that's the gold version of what I was already using. Does not consume self-heal stacks. Will take from remembered places where you have the most. Yeah, 4. And mana +4 for every... HP for every 1 mana owned. And HP plus 10. 4 extra HP healed for every 1 stack of self-heal. Heal them to death. Can we heal them to death? And now I'm actually just gonna be rude and smack them. But you know. It's kind of funny to think of that, the heal them to death build. That is actually very viable with how this is designed. That is amazing. Oh, I have to get both of theirs done first? Okay. Claim that. Is there anything in the store I can buy? Sunfeather combat exercise, is that what the one here is? Sunfeather? Oh, so you have to do this one to get the extra 100. And then level up any 4 characters to 10, that'll be after. We'll see what happens, but first, story. Now that we've messed around a little bit, time to see what's going on in the canon Terry apocalypse. Let's see, 2-1 Knight. Makes her heal from bleeds? Oh god. It's so... Wait, heal from her bleeds? So is it what I said? Because earlier I said I bet you she'd have a unique that she heals from her own bleeds. Perfect. I knew it. At first I thought you meant from enemies' bleeds, and it's like, wait a second, I said she'd heal from her own. Game design. Oh, she does that too? Oh, she just heals from all bleeds? Oh, that's actually insane. Okay, yeah, she might be my favorite. Don't get me wrong, the heal the enemy to death is hilarious. The idea of healing someone to death is hilarious. But oh my god, the bleed build is just... it's fun. Dots are fun. There's a reason why I frickin' went for, why I went for Kafka, and why in Genshin, if I'm ever playing Hu Tao, you might see me just stop moving and stare at an enemy. Because Hu Tao's dot does a crazy amount of damage, and watching someone just fall over while you're doing nothing is funny. I kinda do it in like every game. But okay, story time. Rita and Delta, eh? Oops, sorry. Accidentally bumped the mic with my controller. Hey, this is literally a dump. Lab chamber compromised by external force. Violation detected. Calling safety and security sector. Calling safety and security sector. Looks like Miss Teresa's in big trouble. I hear footsteps. Be careful, someone's coming. Hurry, let's hide after this turn. If they're from the security sector, we'll fight. If it's Teresa, then... Ah! What? Right then, we felt someone knock into us when we turned the corner. Perhaps that person was in too much of a rush. When we came around and opened our eyes again... Was it another Teresa? I still can't believe they made Terry Apocalypse canon. Hello, Archon. Welcome, welcome. Everyone sat on the ground, looking at each other. Yep, it's another Terry. I'm doing pretty good. I got my book today, so I don't have to worry about it. We messed with the 2 new characters in the card event, and both of their playstyles are hilarious. You can bleed yourself into health, or you can heal the opponent to death. It's just describing those. That's fun, silly ideas. And now we just started the story. And then I'm probably gonna do Genshin later. And I've talked to people about this before. I'm probably gonna end up doing polls. I wasn't originally gonna poll for Linny, but the story got me to like Linny and Lynette a lot more than I thought I would. And I've seen Rio Thessley's materials from leaks, and I rather pretty flowers that grow everywhere to little robot bugs that I have to go find, because Sino gave me traumas. You only tried out the first Sele, not the second one yet? The first Sele mission, you mean? Yeah, her stuff is all just bleed. Bleeds on herself, bleeds on the enemy. And then she gets unique abilities that just make her bleeds even better. She heals from bleeds. Okay, I won't give you any leaks. Just be wary. Materials are going to be annoying, but I mean, materials are always annoying in Genshin. No save for the bridge man? It depends on how my polls go, right? If I literally do... It also depends on if there's a 4-star next patch. But we'll see what happens. My main thing is I think I'd really enjoy playing with Linny. And I think Linny does make a good match for his sister. And Rio, as much as I like the idea of him and I think his animations are cool, I don't know. Again, I won't say too much about it because I know you said you've been avoiding leaks. But yeah, I try to stock up on specialties. The problem is a lot of the times they add new characters and they're like, hey, we added new specialties. Because they added they'll add a tiny bit of map. Like, look at the desert, man. Every time there's a new character, oh, we added a tiny new section of the map that has new materials. Oh, we added another tiny new section of the map with even more new material. I haven't looked too far ahead, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that again. There's some really cool stuff off the map in Fontaine. I am excited to go to the research facility because that was teased back in Sumeru. That one of the researchers apparently blew up like 75% of the research facility. And ever since we heard about it, it's like, I want to see that place. I'm 99% certain it's the giant floating water cubes in the sky, which is kind of cool. And yes, henna berries are a little annoying. Not as annoying as beetles, though. The frickin' scarabs. I hate the scarabs. Screw those things. There's a few places where scarabs are easy if you remember that they're there. That it's like, oh, there's 2 or 3 right beside a teleport point. But I never remember they're there. Because you didn't pull for Sino? Fair. I still haven't finished Sino. I pulled for Sino. I was excited for Sino. And then I tried gathering the scarabs. And I got Sino to like level 70 and I gave up because it wasn't fun looking for the stupid beetles. Especially because the online maps were useless. Because the online map is like, oh, there's a beetle here. Oh, but there's 5 layers of caves at that exact location. So what layer of the cave is the beetle? I don't know. To the right of Fontaine? Do you mean right of Fontaine looking at it? Are you talking about the tower that has the big water cubes? Because that's the thing that I'm thinking is the research facility. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that's the research facility that we heard about. But yeah, I'm really excited to see that. We've also heard that the most popular way to Fontaine is through a village in Liyue that we have not been allowed to go to yet. We knew it existed. There's a village in the northwest of Liyue that's off the map that is where Yelan is from. And Yelan, during some of the story, Yelan has talked about her home village and going back there, but we can't go there. I'm kind of wondering if they're going to connect the land there. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a few things just outside of range, so I'm assuming they're going to be adding a lot of those. I do really hope that they connect Fontaine to Liyue eventually. Though, who knows, it might have to wait until we have to go to Snezhnaya in like 2 years. Because there was an NPC right at the beginning of the Fontaine questline. I think, was it Dea, actually? Dea might have said it, that Natlan was across the desert. So now we know where Natlan is. Natlan is to the southwest. So eventually in the next year, we're going to head southwest, because Natlan's supposed to be the next country. But yeah, the map is starting to take shape. I'm excited for it. And I will say, thank God 3.8 at Sumeru Docks? Maybe it was. Maybe it was that quest. I did that quest right before Fontaine dropped, so I might be mixing it up. But yeah, knowing where everything is nice, but Fontaine has been so much better to explore. I said this earlier, but the biggest issue with Sumeru is when you got to Sumeru, you basically had two choices. Go do the Archon quest, or go play with the Aranara. Because there was nothing else. There was no other major world quests, no other things to explore. Almost every cave was sealed with something that you needed to do the Aranara for. Like, exploring Sumeru was painful. Because you were forced down this one world quest that felt like just silly goofing off 80% of the time. Fontaine, I've already accidentally run into, like, 4 really cool, crazy world quests. Like, I've found some Oceanids, which was an interesting thing. Again, I'm not going to spoil any specifics. But I found some of the... Well, not Oceanids. Oceanids is what we call them. What was the name? Lockfolk? I think that was their species. The water people. The Melusines tell you about their village when you're taking the bus. I found that. I found their village, and there's a world quest there. I found so many cool world quests all over the place. And most of them don't unlock too much crazy stuff. It's just story. I could have gone there without the quest, but the quest gave me more context. I still have to finish the Archon quest. I'm probably going to do part 2 of Archon quest tomorrow. Part 1 was really good, though. I enjoyed it. But yeah, Sumeru was literally just 2 big world quests. The desert was better. In my opinion, the desert one was more fun and a bit better guided. Like, it kind of like, do this world quest, it's relatively short, it unlocks stuff, you've unlocked the whole desert to explore now. Go crazy, explore the desert, and then you can go back to the world quest whenever you want to get a little bit more. The frickin' Aranara was literally hand-holding the whole way. You have to do the Aranara, and it could take you 4 or 5 hours, you've unlocked one feature. Go do another 4 or 5 hours, you've unlocked another feature. I don't know what they were thinking with it. Inazuma did world quests really good. Inazuma had some rough parts, but the world quests were generally really good. Sumeru, they dropped the ball. Fontaine, finally, it's better again. I hope it stays this way. I was also worried about the underwater combat. I think they nailed it. I kind of like the underwater combat of borrowing animal abilities to use new unique fighting styles underwater. Oh, like I haven't finished Aranara, I'll say that. I'm close to the end. I still haven't finished it. I've been slowly working through it. I will say that some of the Aranara quest is really, really good, and it has some of the best moments between the Traveler and Paimon. I think the biggest Paimon character development is in the Aranara quest, and I really hope that it means something in the future, because they made Paimon such, like, much better character in the Aranara quest. Sadly, most people probably skipped it, because most people don't care for the non-voiced quests. But it was really good Paimon character development. But yeah, it's just... My issue with the Aranara quest line is just it's so much bulk. There's so much random silliness, like the cooking stuff and whatnot, that it just feels like busy work. But, I don't know. Oh, your name is weird, yeah. But one of my favorite cutscenes so far in Genshin was unvoiced, it was in Aranara. And there was a cutscene where one of the Aranara calls out Paimon for being useless and not fighting. And Paimon, instead of complaining about it, notices that the Aranara has powerful magic. And Paimon wishes that she had that magic. And she goes off on this tangent of, oh, if I could do powerful magic and skills like that, then I'd defend you and I'd go out and do fights. And one of the things you can say to her is that, oh, and then I can hang back and you do all the missions. If people don't remember, you got the option to say something like that back in, like, Mondstadt or Leeway. And when you say that to Paimon, she panics. She's like, oh, no, I can't fight. I wouldn't make it. If you say that in the Aranara quest, she actually, like, puffs up her chest and she's like, yeah, and I'll defend you and I'll protect you from all the bad guys and stuff. It's the cutest character development of Paimon ever. I loved it. And most players probably skipped it. Paimon actively has her own sword. I want Paimon to learn how to fight. I want Paimon. I'm hoping that becomes a feature. It's funny, because a lot of people like to compare Genshin and Tower of Fantasy. I still say there's a lot of things very different about the two. There's a few elements, and of course one of the elements is you have a partner following you around, right? You have Mia in Tower of Fantasy and you have Paimon. Mia learns how to fight in Tower of Fantasy. My Mia is level 90, she fights in Tower of Fantasy, she defends me. I want them to do something like that with Paimon. I want Paimon to learn how to use some sort of magic and fight alongside us. But we'll see what happens. Oh. I mean, the thing with Paimon, like, we have weapons, and we know a lot of people that can use elemental power. We also know, it's said in Fontaine, that the reason people can swim underwater without suffocating is because they have a vision. If you have the ability to control elemental powers, you can breathe in the waters of Fontaine because they're so full of elemental energy. Paimon can breathe underwater in Fontaine, which means she can control elemental energy. So it should be possible, just hasn't happened yet. And I'm hoping it happens at some point, because it'd be really cool. We're kind of getting sidetracked, but it happens all the time. I don't care. I am probably going to play a bit of Genshin after this story here. Might have to go get food at some point, too. But let's see, what is Terry screaming? No, wait, don't arrest me. I'm a certified patrol policeman from the village. I have certification to prove that. I have a compelling reason to enter the experiment pod. The girl hurriedly raised her certification. Please let Paimon use a greatsword? That'd be pretty great. She just has a giant sword. I guess the better thing is that people need visions to survive elemental energy. Because from what we know, elemental energy will corrupt people. And it's shown in Leeway, really far back in one of Zhongli's quests. People that have interacted with a lot of elemental energy, they'll lose it. And if they'll lose memories, their personality might change. Elemental energy is not safe for the average person, as far as we know. So, we'll have to see. I'm sure people can control elemental energy with, like, devices and tools. But, we'll have to see. Yeah, and honestly, the funny thing, I never thought about that. We always thought part of the reason people had memory issues and whatnot when they lost their vision was because, you know, their ambitions were taken away, their vision was taken away. But I wonder if it's also the fact that they already have a ton of elemental energy in them, so without their vision they're not safe from that elemental energy, so it starts to mess with them. I don't know, I never thought of that, but that could be part of it too. Which has me worried about something else, but again, I'm going to be careful about spoilers for people who haven't gotten far in Fontaine yet. But, I mean, let's face it. If anyone's done the Fontaine story quest, you know exactly what I'm worried about. Because it had red flags all over it. And yeah, that could be why delusions cause issues. Which makes you wonder if that's why, some of the Fatui who have both a vision and a delusion don't have the same drastic problems because the vision protects them from the delusion. You have sparked a lot of thoughts in my head, Archon. I'm a big lore nerd, and now I got ideas churning. But yeah, that all makes a lot of sense. But let's see. Twilight Paladin Teresa. Looks like we unexpectedly found the right person. Huh? Wait, you guys are not from the security sector? I like the overall lore, and especially trying to figure out how the world works. Because I feel like that's going to be part of connecting it to the other games, like Honkai and Event Star Rail as well. Because the games seem to be kind of drifting closer together. I don't think the stories will ever cross over to the extent that, like, Impact and Star Rail have, because those are literally one character went from one game to the other. But I do think Genshin somehow is related in the universe. I just want to know how. I have theories after some of the recent Honkai stuff, but it's fun figuring out this stuff. I love understanding things, and it helps you kind of understand the story better. Of course not, and the people chasing after you are there. What? Teresa and those 4 accomplices of hers, you've been surrounded. The lab shall arrest you for trespassing. Give up on futile resistance and cooperate with the safety and security sector's investigation. That wasn't affected by Honkai? We don't know that. For all we know, because we know how the imaginary tree works, right? That each branch is just a different timeline. It's just a different world. It's entirely possible Tavat is literally just on the opposite side of the tree. It's just a different part of the tree that no one's seen yet. And that's why it's so different from all the other worlds that we've seen. But there's another possibility. Again, I don't want to say too much if you haven't caught up with Honkai's story. But there's been some things that have happened in the recent Honkai chapters that could potentially explain what Genshin is. And again, we might not know for sure for a while. But we don't know. But as far as we know, Honkai should, in theory, exist in every bubble universe, unless something is preventing it. You skip Honkai story? No, oh no. It's so good, though. I know there's a lot. I would say try to catch up slowly over time if you can. But yeah, there's stuff in recent story chapter in Honkai Impact that could suggest that Genshin is related to those events. And I am very excited to find out if that is the case. I haven't finished too much exploration yet, and I'm still doing a lot of the side quests. But again, I've been thinking that stuff, like, we've got to see some sort of connection soon, but we'll see. I'm hoping they do another Genshin X Honkai collab, but in Genshin this time. It'd be nice. There's a few specific characters I think would be really cool to see in a crossover. That would also make a lot of sense. But yeah, I still have to do more exploration. Again, I'll probably be doing some in a bit. Hey, we're not accomplices. Trespassers, put down your weapons or else we'll use violence. Oh, don't you worry, Delta's good at violence. You think you could scare anyone? I'll show you what I'm capable of. Delta was about to raise her huge blade, but Teresa stopped her quickly. What are you doing? It's very dangerous to jump in front of a weapon like that. Let's talk it out. We don't have to make a huge big fuss out of this, as long as we can leave this place safely. The island on the left. Oh, I have a lot of thoughts there. I haven't finished the world quest there. But I have a lot of thoughts with that island. That island has some crazy stuff going on underneath it. And a lot of bones on top of it, but we've seen that before. But yeah, I'm in the middle of that quest right now, so maybe I'll find out more. The small pond, too, yeah. Small pond that tried to boil me alive. I don't want to be soup. Now it's cozy, though. Leave safely. Does anyone know how we can get out without a fight? Delta tilted her head and looked at all of us who were standing behind her, looking troubled. She stopped her eyes on Sirin. Why are you always staring at me? How's your magic recovery going? Well, just so-so. Got any magic to help us escape without a fight? You see, Teresa doesn't like to resolve things my way. No, I haven't practiced it. Oh my, what do we do? You heard her. As Miss Teresa's accomplices, we are going to be arrested now. I like the small pond, it's cute. It was a cool mechanic. And I predicted it, right? As soon as I saw that mechanic and saw that it was boiling and looked around, it's like, there's gotta be, like, something under it, right? Are we gonna go find a volcano and turn it off? And sure enough, I found a nice warm toasty place to cool down, and it fixed the pool. I was very proud of myself after that. It's always fun finding stuff like that, predicting it, and having your prediction come true. Staley finally got a Hershey farm, so with it being for my Durandal, and oh my god, yes, she's crazy. I'm still trying to pull her. I've done like 70 pulls so far and still haven't gotten her. But I'm trying. But yes, she did finally get her upgraded form, and it is ridiculously good. You got her at 2850? Oh, you're lucky. Congrats. Ah, how scary. I don't want to go to prison. Fucking Delta. Heard that Sirin has been working hard on her magic recently. I'm sure she has some other way. Fine, why is everyone harassing me? I got it. But if I fail, you guys are not allowed to laugh. Sirin bit her lip, closed her eyes, and placed both hands in front of herself as if trying to focus. Soon a blurry ball of light sat in her hands. It glowed and dimmed periodically, and it had the shape of a star. From the floor, a few bricks lifted. On the walls, the secure metal panels curled slightly at the edges. Let's hope her magic is recovered. Oh, so this is the power of a magic girl. A light, crisp sound rang. That was all the changes that the magic could make. She tried. Aww. Right in her face. I'm able to grind my ass off for a gear banner. Hey, congrats on that. I haven't pulled for her gear yet. I'm waiting for pulling her before I pull her gear. I'm excited for next patch, because next patch we get playable Sirin. And Sirin's been one of my favorite characters forever, if you couldn't tell by the cosplay. But, yeah, I am excited. Yes, it's gonna be Captain vs. Sirin, the Sirin that's in this event. But we are getting playable Sirin. If you've ever seen League of Legends, I don't play the game anymore, but there's a certain character that fights with scissors, very similar to what Siren's gonna be doing. She's gonna have a giant pair of scissors that she cuts people up with. Yeah, Gwen. Yeah, if you're not familiar with the different stories, Captain Verse is basically all the canon interconnected event stories. It's the story of a captain that's supposed to represent like you as a player isekai'd into the Sea of Quanta. And we don't know what we're doing, but you're collecting a bunch of people, rescuing people from crumbling bubble universes. And so a lot of the SP characters in the game are Captain-verse characters. They're from bubble universes. So this is Sirin from a bubble universe. We originally met her in an event, I think it was last patch or the patch before. And we have this event with her, and then I believe we're getting another event with her next patch. And next patch, she's supposed to be the playable character. The events aren't linked to the main story. It's looking like they might be soon. The main story is doing a lot of Bubble Universe stuff right now. So it's possible Captain Verse might be linked to the main story in the near future. But right now, Captain Verse is a different group of people exploring the Sea of Quanta. But yeah, this event shows how silly it is, because in this event we've already met like 5 different Teresas from different bubble universes. So maybe we get to see Himiko again. There has been some alternate universe Himikos. There was one world where there was a Himiko that was a pirate queen. I remember that one. What other bubble universe Himikos have we met? She hasn't shown up too much, actually. But there was, like, Pirate Queen Himiko. That was a long time ago. That one was, that was back with the original SP Teresa. And then, as far as we know, Genshin should be having a Himiko coming to it. Because we've already heard that the Pyro Archon's name is Murata, which is Himiko's family name in Honkai Impact. So very likely, Himiko is going to be the Pyro Archon in Genshin next year. So you can look forward to that, too. But yeah, sadly, the pirate Himiko is just a skin in the game. It's just a skin for one of the earlier Himikos, and it's one of the ones that isn't that good, sadly. But, yeah. Himiko is what in Genshin? The god of fire and war. Himiko is supposed to be the Pyro Archon. Let's see. Trespassers have not dropped their weapons and have damaged resources in the Sacred Lab. Sacred? The safety and security sector will now employ violent measures. Countdown begin. Looks like we only have one option left. Sorry, Teresa. We can only bust you out together with us. Wait, we're absolutely going to spend our lives in prison if we do this. Don't worry, we'll rid you of all accusations. There won't be a problem. Really? No time for hesitation. Lead the way, Miss Teresa. Alright. We actually have to fight? Yep. A piece of cake. Who the hell are you guys? God. Button mashing the character. Mashing. Both Zhongli and Murata have been branded as the god of war. Oh, was Zhongli specifically the god of war? Because, I mean, obviously his main title is the god of contracts. But as far as I know, specifically, Murata's title is the god, like the goddess of war. And her people were known as being like warring tribes, the Muratans. And then the Muratans ran away from their homeland for some reason and ended up in Mondstadt. So almost any character in Mondstadt that has red hair is probably related to the Muratans. Because we know that the Muratans typically had red hair. That was their most distinctive trait. Huh. That's interesting. Fight had ended, no. We were all resting in an obscure alley. Aren't you all going home? You've caused such a huge trouble. Don't linger outside anymore. Relax, we're not kids. And aren't you our accomplice? Hey, I don't care if you believe this or not, but I must emphasize that I infiltrated the lab for the safety of the town. Is there anything suspicious about that lab? Of course, just yesterday that lab's sample collection department caught a few Honkai beasts for animal testing. Running experiments with Honkai beasts sounds like a very normal thing to do. Not normal at all. Those are Honkai beasts. The town hasn't seen those dangerous things for years. If those Honkai beasts were to escape from the lab and hurt the residents, that'll be terrible. They haven't seen them for years. Huh. Since the lab managed to capture them, doesn't mean that the lab security is flawless. Look, I managed to infiltrate and even got out safely. That's something you should be proud of. If there's an oversight in security, Miss Teresa, how did they discover you then? Once confident, the smile on Teresa's face stiffened. When I was looking into the cultivation pond, I accidentally fell headfirst into it. Good job, Teresa. Well, it seems like the research center does have some oversights, but are you alright? Of course, but I made a huge hole in the cultivation pond and even scared a Honkai beast unconscious. Who needs to beat Honkai beasts when you can literally surprise this monster so badly the monster passes out? Oh, that's actually funny. Teresa played with her braid in embarrassment as she spoke. I could see 2 injuries on her neck. They didn't look like abrasions or cuts. Oh, has she seen Luna? Injuries on your neck, are those alright? No, I didn't sustain these just now. Maybe I hurt myself one of my previous missions. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt anymore. Teresa seemingly misread my suspicions as concerned, and rolled up her sleeves to show us every injury she had on her arms. Look, it's common to get hurt during missions. Sometimes I'd forget to rub ointment on them, so they'll naturally recover slower. So was your mission to ascertain if the Honkai beasts were in the lab? About that. Teresa shrugged her shoulders awkwardly. It's my solemn responsibility to keep the town safe. Of course it's a mission. This does sound like something Teresa would say. Hey, don't try to find excuses for trespassing. As expected of Teresa, you're getting better at creating problems for yourself. Fine, I was wrong, but after someone had told me the news about the lab 2 days ago, I couldn't help but think about the Honkai beast might escape. I could even hear the residents crying for help. You said that someone else told you about this info. May I ask who that person is? Lisa tilted her head as if trying to remember something trivial from a decade ago. Or how the person looks like. I remember clearly. I only recall that it was a girl who told me. At least the voice sounded like a girl's. That's all? Lisa nodded. Alright, other than her gender, did that person have any other special traits? Red eyes, perhaps? Gosh, why are you fussing over the details? The Honkai beasts are kept safely, I've checked. It's all for this matter. I have a more important mission to do now. What mission? It is, don't rush me, what was I gonna say? Reed and I looked at each other. Miss Teresa, I sincerely apologize for causing you trouble. Don't say that. If it weren't for you, all of you, I wouldn't have escaped so smoothly. You don't dislike us. In fact, you think that we cooperate very well, right? Of course, we faced life and death situation together. From now on, all of you are my pals. In that case, do you mind if we accompany you for a little while more? Help you remember and complete that very important mission. And who knows, we might even be of help to you. Rita quietly glanced at the other two. What? Why did it skip Siren's message? That was weird. You guys can make the call. I have no opinions. Although, I don't have any opinions either. These two are match made in heaven. Oh god, just imagine how much trouble it would cause having all 3 of the... It's weird to say all 3 of the twins, but that's literally what it is. Imagine having all 3 of the twins around Sirin. I think Sirin would go nuts. I think Sirin would lose her mind. She's gonna use that magic to shut at least the 2 little ones up. Which, again, for people confused, again, Bubble Universe. Delta has taken in another Bubble Universe's versions of Rosalia and Lilia, so there are 3 twins. I guess technically 4, because complicated. There's two. Delta is technically two people, but, you know. Oh, that'll be great. How about we patrol the city first? We can help the residents while I try to recall about it. Regardless of what the mission may be, it's my duty to protect everyone's peace and safety. So we patrol in town next. And now we're probably going somewhere else. A pretty piece of iridescent candy wrapper enveloped the intentions and lies. That is a line. Okay, what is she up to? We haven't seen her in a little bit. Young lady, looking for something? Look at these materials. You'll get a free recipe if you buy 3. Even beginners can concoct a useful potion. Oh, so you're not a local. How about the products here? They are very special gifts too. Bag of aurora-colored lollipops. You have a good eye. These are special imports. You can only find them here at my shop. Give you 2 more. If you come here again, remember to stop by. You want to know about a place? Of course, ask away. There's no place that I don't know in this city. What? You mean that? That's not a place that you can go. It's best not to be curious. There are so many nice places to go in this city. Youngsters these days are so brave. A young lady asked me about this a few days ago, and another came along today. When they had just arrived in this bubble universe, everyone remained silent about their past. Kasumi spent a lot of effort collecting information. So this is going way back. This is back last event. When they first met, Sariri. Right now, the situation seems just as pessimistic. Currently, we can only hope to find the source of this scattered information as a breakthrough to obtain new clues. But after so much time, the Magic Security Bureau probably realized the anomaly in the castle. I'm afraid things in the Crescent Moon District will change drastically. Even if we cannot hold too much expectations, we should still check it out. I wonder if this is still current. If she's, like, trying to figure out the truth of this place. There was some sketchy things with, the Bureau. Even more desolate than I imagined. Huh? That's... Stop playing sad music! An aurora-colored candy wrapper dropped onto the floor. A candy wrapper? The color of the candy wrapper was very unique. She couldn't help but take a closer look. Isn't this the candy the oddity stall owner sells? Did she come by, or... Oh, it was a she, not a he. Oh well, I tried. Back then, Kasumi had just arrived in this bubble universe that operated with magic as its standard was completely foreign to her. So the methods she used to investigate were no longer effective. She could only drift aimlessly along the streets. Thought that I could get some information from the stall owner if I bought something, but in the end... What should I do with so many candies? Kasumi found a quiet corner and sat down, staring at all the candies she had in her hands helplessly. Looks like I'll have to eat them all. Oh, the horrors. She has to eat candy. She unwrapped the candy and placed it in her mouth. No new clues, no new missions. Kasumi, who did not care much for how her food tasted, watched her surroundings warily while fiddling with the candy wrapper. Candy wrapper that glows. It's double layered and there's a thin circuit in the middle. Well, that's where the glow comes from. The unique paper made a rustling sound as it was moved between her fingers. The sort of candy wrappers attract attention and make a sound when rubbed against clothes. I shouldn't keep them on me. I'll finish them before... Foreigner, what do you want to know? The young man stood in front of her. You've been loitering around the market for a good part of a day. You couldn't buy something that you like, or maybe some valuable information that you wanted. Sounds like I can get the answer I want from you, right? Of course, even the Magic Security Bureau tries to censor it. I can help you get it. Magic Security Bureau. Let me tell you a secret. I have the Magic Security Bureau's permit here. What can this do? Browse confidential information that you want, of course. I see. That piqued Kasmi's interest, and the young man's expression suddenly turned serious. But getting this permit wasn't easy. I can't give it to you for nothing. I understand, but instead of searching for specific information, I'd rather investigate outside Crescent Moon District. If I could go past those ruins and get closer to that foggy place... sorry, please excuse me. The young man turned and ran into an alley. Wait. Don't chase after me, I can't take you to that kind of place. Please wait. No, I won't do. No matter how much you give me. I just wanted to steal a quick buck. Why did I have to meet someone jaded like you? I haven't lived enough. Go look for someone else. Stop clinging on to me. Stop running. Watch out ahead. What's he run into? Watch out. Should be Honkai beasts. Help me. Okay, we gotta save dude. I could see even big guys like these in such a town. Weird, isn't this a normal Honkai beast? How come my combat style doesn't work anymore? Working perfectly fine for me. Okay, that's weird, it didn't happen, but whatever. Bang, bang, bang. Who is it? Oh, a Callan. I was wondering when we were going to see a Callan. So it is from the Magical Girl world, possibly, or someone traveling. And as far as I know, this model of Callan doesn't have an origin yet. Because this model of Callan was originally just used for, like, the joke side story, right? Otto's video game. But this is gonna be awkward for Kasumi, meeting a Callan. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. The monsters here can only be defeated using a special method. Practice a few more times more, and you'll definitely do better than me. That man just now? That scammer. He fled the moment he could lose you. He really was a scammer. You're way too honest. He admitted to it and you didn't even realize. Oh. Arkan, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. But I didn't lose anything. If you don't mind, please take this as a token of my gratitude. She's gonna give some of the candy because she doesn't want to eat it all. Oh, it's pretty. I was wondering why it was playing this music, but it makes a lot more sense with her meeting a frickin' Callan. God damn it. Where is this gonna go? Is this Callan gonna stay in the story, or is this just a one-time thing? Lollipop. Sorry, these are all I have on me. And consuming a moderate amount of sugar helps to recover your stamina after a battle. Alright. I appreciate your sentiments. I'll help myself then. Is it gonna change to a shot of both of them having a lollipop? The girl took the Aurora-colored candy and unwrapped it. Tasty. Speaking of which, it's my first time meeting someone who can scare a scammer away. Tell me, what did you say that frightened him so much?
我提出想去城外
I
看看，
I suggested investigating outside the city.
不过受到惊
But he's
吓
not
的
the only
不
one
只
who
有
is
他，
scared. It seems like everyone in the
这个城区
city
里
is
的人
afraid of what's
似乎
outside.
都恐惧着城区之外。
确实如此。
Indeed, I think
好像
it's
是
because of a tragic battle.
因为一场惨烈的战争。
Think? Are you also not from this bubble universe?
战争，
Battle?
我是从一个准魔
I
法
heard
少女
about
那
it
里
from
知
a
道，
licensed magic girl.
她
It
好像
seems
有
like
什
she
么需要，
needed something and kept
一直在
asking
打听
about
城外的
information
情报。
regarding the outside the city.
那你是因为什么而想去城外？
And why do you want to get out of the city?
如你所见，
You can
我
see
是
I'm
宝
a
藏猎
treasure
人。
hunter.
我听说，昔日在这座城内为非作
I
歹的魔
heard that in the
王，
past, the
有一颗
malicious
橙
Dark
色
Lord
极
in
佳
that
的宝
castle had
石，
an exquisite
所
gem,
以
so I rushed
我就
over.
赶来了。
宝石，
Gem?
你
A
是宝
treasure
藏猎
hunter.
人，
You must have
品质
seen
上
lots
乘
of
的宝
gems in your
石，
life.
你应该见过不少。
当然是因为它很特别，
Of course, this one is
听
very
说
special. I heard
那
that
可是
it's the
城内
only
唯一完
complete
整的
gem
宝
in the
石，
whole city.
其
Other
他的
gems
宝
have
石
long been
早
shattered
就变
into
成
little
零零碎碎的
shards.
了。真好奇呀、为什么
How
它不会变成
curious,
碎
why
片？
didn't it shatter? It's also interesting they bring that up again, that all the gems in the magic world were shattered. Are they actually related to Ether Anchors, I wonder?
你可别不信，
You
为
have
了
to
这条
believe
信
me, I
息，
did a lot to
我可
get
是
this
费了
piece
好
of
大的功夫呢。
information.
你是从哪儿知道的？
Where did you hear about this?
正常的途径
The
肯定
normal
是
way
行不
won't
通的。
work. You can see
你
it
也看
too,
到了，
even though the Dark Lord is
即便魔
gone.
王已经消
People
失，
here are still afraid
这
of
里的
him.
人们
Not
还是
only
非
did they
常
move
惧怕魔
far
王，
from the
不仅
Dark
搬
Lord's
迁远离魔
courtyard,
王的
they
庭
also
院，
pretend that the battle
还假
never
装战争
happened.
从未发生。当我苦恼时，
While I was
我就
troubled
遇
over
到了那
this,
个
I
异
met
人，
that strange person.
就是你刚刚提到的。
Licensed
准魔
magic
法
girl
少
you
女。
talked about just now.
对，
Yep, she's
她已经具
qualified
备
and
了
still
资
isn't
质，
interested in
不
joining
知
the
为
Magic
何
Security Bureau.
却一直没有加入魔
Not
法
that
安
this
全
has
局的
anything
一
to
员。
do with treasure hunters,
这对于
but
宝藏猎人来说不重要。偷偷翻看了他掌握的
after
材料
stealing a
后，
glance of her
我意识
ingredients,
到
I
一个问
realized
题：
there was a problem.
在这座城镇，
Around here, no
没有
magic
魔
girl
法
would
少女的
just
能
wander
力，
around
就
outside
别想
Crescent
涉
Moon
足闲月
District
新区之外，
unprepared, let
更别
alone
提
get her
是
hands on such an
拿到这
incredible
颗无与
gem.
伦比的宝石了。思前想后，
On second thought,
还是
living
性
is
命
more
更重要些。
important.
哎，怎么这副表
What'd
情？
that look? You don't want to
你不
risk it
会
anymore, do you?
想冒这个风险吧？
没有，
That's not it.
起初
At first, I was
我
just
只是对
curious
城
what
外
was
感到
beyond
好
the
奇，
city. Then I heard the
没想
strangest
到
story.
竟然听到这样一段奇闻。还好有你打消我的疑
Lucky
惑，
for me, you've eliminated all
看
doubt.
来
It seems
我只
like
适
I'm
合当
only
一名
fit
安
to
静
be
的
a
外乡游
quiet
客。
out-of-towner. Bold-faced lie, she laughed.
是啊，是
Sure,
啊。
sure.
对了，
By the way, since I'm
看
helping
在我
you,
帮了你的
don't
份上，
report me to the bureau,
可别向
alright?
魔法安
You
全
wouldn't
局举
believe how
报，
much money they have on my
赏
head.
金再高都不行哦。查到所有人避而
I've
不谈
discovered
的
the
秘密，
secret everyone's keeping
又
under
觊觎
wraps,
魔
and
王
I'm
私
going
藏的
after
宝
the
物，
Dark Lord's treasure.
还有谁比
Public
我更
enemy
像
number
是个
one
不安
here.
定因素，对吧？
Secret? Secret? And Kasumi didn't fucking talk about this shit before. What the hell? Keeping some secrets from us.
开玩
Just
笑的
kidding,
啦。
of course.
如此说来，
That's the case. It's not just the Dark Lord that's in my way,
原来
but
魔
the
法安
bureau
全
as
局
well.
是本次行动的另一股阻力。请放心，
Don't worry, I'm
在
just
下
a
只是一介
traveler.
游
I'm
客，
really not looking for any
恩
trouble.
将仇报也并非在下的行事风格。感谢你的温柔和
Thank
善
you
意，
for your kindness,
不
stranger.
知名的陌生人，
温柔，
Kindness?
抱歉，
Sorry, was that the
这
wrong
个词
thing
不
to
太合适
say?
吗？
自我满足也是一种
That
温柔，
kindness was built upon
但仅凭着一点点
self-conceit.
温柔，
Such kindness changes
什么都改
nothing.
变不了。
Such curt talk stirred up long-lost memories for Kasumi. She gonna think of Callan? The thick of night was as dark as her
至
emotions.
少，温柔能
At
让
least
我们去
kindness
守护
will get
自
us
己触
closer
手
to
可
our
得的东
goal.
西。它并非全无用
It
处。
isn't just for nothing.
我该走了，
I'm gonna go.
告诉我你的名字，
Why don't you tell me your
可以
name?
吗？ 你不仅帮了我，
You didn't
还
just
告诉
help
我
me,
这
you
些
gave me
事，
so much
总要给
information
我一个
too.
机会报
There
答
has
你。
to be some way I can repay you.
比如，
Maybe I could
在
teach
下
you
次
some
见面的
fighting
时候，
techniques the next
我能
time we
教会你
meet.
新的作战技巧。
I simply returned a smile.
你是游客，而我是猎人。
You're the traveler, and I'm the hunter.
既然道不同，
We walk
我们
different
也就没
paths.
必要
There's
互
no
相了
need
解
to
的这
get
么
too
清楚了。
chummy. She placed a lollipop in her mouth and gave a smirk. Consider
就
it a
当它是
gift,
谢礼了。
as a thank you. Flashback has ended and caught me at a sudden realization.
事情发展到这一步，现在素云
Come
闹
to
扰乱。
this. From now going back to the beginning.
如果
What if this trap
我
had been
设下的
set since I
圈套，
first came to this bubble
从我刚到
universe?
这个世界
That
炮时
was
就已
true,
经开始
then
了。在那晚以后，
I had a
我便
notion
有了这样
following
的
that
预设。
night and started gathering
并以此收
information,
集情
and
报，
then
那么一切
everything made
就都说得
sense.
通了。
They're gonna tease us with that? She has to show up again in the story at some point. She has to. Sadly, might have to wait. I think that's Monday that this is coming out. Is that Monday or Tuesday, actually? Tuesday. But yeah. We'll see. We got Clock Tower. Oh, of course the Clock Tower. They're going to use that. That day she had a dream. In the dream, the two girls walked up a platform to watch the sunrise that would never come. Oh boy. One sec, checking. Okay. And we're back to this, and hey, we got another person. Unfortunately, we have two DPSs, so they can't support each other. Why is it always like this? Our support is elemental, and then we have two physical DPSs. God damn it, story. Assuming there's any combat. Streets were crowded at nighttime. Everything looked normal. This is ridiculous. We've been wandering around the city forever and still haven't found anything strange. I think Teresa's the only weird thing around here. Sure. Miss Teresa seems to be in good spirits. The day was almost finished, but Teresa still had enough energy to make sure she asked every single passerby about any strange occurrences that have been happening lately. Hey, wait! Oh, Teresa? The other kid's on the street next to ours. It's dangerous to be out here this late. I'll walk you back. Yeah, Did you forget what Mom told us? Oh, right. Will winked and took a bite from her cake. Huh? About that, you guys really like cake, huh? I'll buy you 2 more if you tell me what your mother said. Forget it, we're already full. Children held hands as they eyed Teresa warily, wanting to get away. You want them to think you're some kind of weirdo? Are you in trouble? It's okay, you can tell me, I'll help you. Just yesterday at St. Freya Grand Hall, I promised everyone that I'll keep the peace around here. Yesterday, but the Grand Hall was closed yesterday. You couldn't have given a speech. Huh? But I remember... It's like Teresa's memories have been muddled up too. Mom said Teresa's memory isn't so good and that she should rest up. She said not to bother you. Teresa looked a bit subdued, but she made an effort to give them a smile. Mom is right, but it's dangerous at night and there might be Honkai beasts out. There aren't any Honkai beasts here. Our town is very safe. Book said if Honkai's beasts do come, the bell in the tower will ring. Stuff is so old, dummy. Now the Research Institute can give an early warning, which is way more accurate than any clock tower. Clock tower. Be going home now. Bye, Teresa. Teresa waved goodbye absent-mindedly. Are you alright, Teresa? I'm fine. Did something they said jog your memory? Yes. I get why people don't take my warning seriously now, because every time I urged someone to leave the city past these few days, nothing dangerous ever happened. I'm the only one that knows the towns are dangerous. Makes you say that? These past few days I've had a dream. The town is too close to a forest with the Honkai beast activity. If it disappears, the beasts will sense a disturbance, and then... By that time, the town won't have any other way to warn everyone, and no one will care if the clock tower is missing parts. These were the pieces of a discarded device that had already lost its purpose. Some endings are destined. All we've done is moved that date a little sooner, Could this be just a dream? It really seems like you need more rest. Oh, come on, she's got 2 little puncture marks on her neck. But what the 2 people in the dream talked about is identical to what's happening in this town. Maybe you're worried about the town. You dream the stuff you think about most. I don't know, the dream seems so real, I want to make sure. It's a dream, is it really worth all the fuss? Wouldn't it be better if you just went to sleep? It isn't worth it, but I can't just go to sleep. Knowing danger could be around one corner I didn't check. How could I live with myself? The building over there, that's the clock tower you're talking about, right? Right. Sirin looked towards the clock tower. There was not a trace of light from the tower in the night. It appeared as an inky shadow watching over the town. In that case, we'll go with... Huh? You sure you want to help me? You can be a bit harsh at times, but I knew you were a kind soul deep down inside. What do you mean kind? I just want to be there to see the look of disappointment on her face. Oh my god. I fucking love her. Everyone know that meme of, who is this lost sassy child? Sirin. Don't knock off the tough act, Sirin. It's getting kinda old. Who said you could talk about me like that? Well, as far as those guards are concerned... Oh, wrong person. As far as those guards are concerned, we're accomplices. Sure, I'm glad I met you guys. Let's go, everyone with me. She might turn you into barbecue, or take out pair of scissors. Sophisticated clock tower, of course it's fully equipped. With traps. Just tell time and alarm people when during certain emergencies. Such an important facility cannot be broken at will. Oh, moon. So this is the clock tower. It's even prettier in person. Right? Stay focused. Here, take my hand. Yes. Dude, it's that dream again. I feel dizzy. I'm gonna assume this dude voice is her. It's an odd clock tower. Can it still work? Alarm systems that are more accurate than the bell were invented ages ago. So it only stays in the textbook for now. Only children care about it. Wow, there's so many floors. The architecture is so complex. Right? A metal clock tower usually has this sort of elaborate mechanisms. Sure know a lot. Tell me some more. Dream is so real. Because it's probably your past. Seems there are other people interested in this place apart from us. What did you say? Entering the clock tower, I noticed there were more than one person who came before me. What? Oh, thanks, game. Dodge didn't happen because I tried it a little too quick. It's over there. Why are you standing around? This is what you're supposed to do, right? Wait. You shouldn't eavesdrop. I've got you now. Oh? Maybe it wasn't her. Maybe she was listening in on the people. It's with you. I'm fine, Daddy. I just suddenly realized... I just realized it wasn't a dream. Everything I was talked about really happened. What are you trying to say? Someone stole the clock's core shaft. Wait here, I'll go look. This is something that should be left to a professional. So I scanned the complex mechanisms and sent them over to Brony at Hyperion. Brony, what's the story here? Well, the core shaft is missing. I looked over to Teresa and felt the sinking feeling. How much had she really remembered? Brony, can you scan the structure of this device with your drone and design a replacement shaft? I believe if the clock chimes again, Teresa might remember everything she experienced that night. Do you think I'm an all-rounded robot? Using a holo projection drone and creating a real shaft aren't comparable in terms of difficulty, and... kinda weird how it's put together. Doesn't seem to be following universal principles of operation. Strange to see something made of metal running on magic. Looks like you're the one that's lagging behind, Brony. Huh? Even if you're in another bubble universe, you've still been exposed to the Ether Anchor. Makes sense that it's related. So you think that the shaft is... I don't think, I pretty much know. Shouldn't it be obvious from how it works against all reason? Looks like someone took it. How does that help us now? What are we going to do with her? Siren's contribution deflated the conversation. Everyone looked over to see a stone-faced Teresa. Might still be out of it, but I remember there were 2 other people next to me in the clock tower that night. You gotta keep your spirits up on patrol. Hey, there looks 2 people over by the clock tower. Shoot, they broke the lock and got into the tower. I gotta go after these guys. Hey, you can't just come in here, let alone walk around and stuff. Wait, where's the other one? Huh? And she got bit. See? I said I wouldn't hold you back. But you... Right, isn't there something you have to do? Look, it's over there. Are you alright? You look awful. I don't know if that's appropriate. This town is too close to a forest with a Honkai beast activity. If it disappears, the beasts will sense a disturbance and then... By that time, the town won't have any other way to warn everyone, and no one will care if the clock tower is missing parts. If these were the pieces of a discarded device that had already lost its purpose. Some endings are destined. All we've done is move the date a little sooner, Hey, wait for me. That has to be Luna. The innocent voice has to be Luna. Hi, how's it going? In 2 days, the lab should be getting in some Honkai beasts for sampling. Aren't they dangerous? Are you sure it's safe? Takes a lot of energy to keep everyone safe. So you should get some rest, okay? Twilight Paladin Teresa. Really a bunch of weirdos. Well, that's a description. That is a description for this mission. We're just a bunch of weirdos. Just Delta. That's interesting. Things have been tough lately. I just have this feeling something terrible is going to happen to this town, but because of what I've done over the past few days, no one seems to believe me. True. Plus, we can't be sure that after the main shaft is taken, any Honkai beast nearby will go berserk. Right, if nothing happens... Then you'll see a new addition to the fairy tale section of the bookstore called The Honkai Beast is Coming. Teresa's silence put Sirin at a loss for words. Shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry. I I love Sirin is reminding me of Farina. Like, she's acting all sassy and grumpy on the outside, but she's actually really nice. So when what she says actually has an impact, she feels bad. It's a harmless joke compared to everyone doubting me and the future of this town. I don't mind. Risa crossed her arms with an uneasy stance. It was clear something was on her mind. So, are you afraid? Yes. To keep this stringing people along or sit idly by, how am I supposed to choose? The expression on Siren's face became grave. She must have recalled what had happened to Tariri. So she was scared too. Afraid I'll lose the hope of finding Senpai. I'm afraid I'll forget all about it, and that I'll be alone. That I had even done something so cruel. Hey, I'm the one that should be worried. What's got you looking all pale? Teresa's concerned, inquisitive look got under Siren's skin. She puffed out her cheeks defiantly. I'm a bit cold. Don't worry about me. What should I do? It's got you troubled. Got a clear mind and there's no room for hesitation. What are you talking about? I'm really stuck here. Don't be stupid. You don't even know what it is you're thinking about. Aren't you the one that's supposed to be looking for anything out of the ordinary in town and alerting everyone if there is anything? You fought this battle every step of the way by yourself. It's strange that you'd give up at the last step. Well, maybe you're right. Deep down, I've already made up my mind. Dummy. It's my responsibility to keep this town safe. How can I just back down and then get scared? Think about it. If worse comes to worse, what are you going to do? Siren was flustered as she noticed Teresa's expression had become grave. I'm not trying to make things difficult. I just want to know. I want to know what Tariri was thinking back that time. What's the problem? As long as I'm still Teresa, my mind is made up. There's no challenge I can't overcome. Of course, I should have known. They really are dumb. Aww. I love how Siren's just like, all Teresas are dumb. I should have known. I'm gonna set out then. I have to let everyone know. Wait. I'll help. With us there, you don't have to be alone. Really, thank you. Your friends are right. You really are a good person. I can't breathe. Teresa gave Siren a tight hug. Though her face turned red, she didn't break free. No, how sweet. I've got it all right here. We should give the recording a name. How about The Tales of Little Siren? Oh no. Hey, Bronny! Tucked away in a corner, Bronny was sticking her tongue out playfully. Now that we've made up our minds, let's put together a plan. I need to head over into town. Teresa, I need you to help give me a description. Oh, interesting variation of that map. Can everyone remember their missions? Who made her our general? You look pretty enthusiastic. Why don't you sum things up then? Delta reluctantly pouted. I'll go first. Rita, Delta, and I were tasked with laying traps where the town meets the forest to ward off Honkai beasts, which are afraid of flares. Then we'll give a signal to try and get the Hard's attention, lead them deeper into the forest, that way they won't go berserk and break into town. And I'll drive out the beasts that do make it into town. Right, the main goal is to reinstall the mechanism you've prepared. Delta, you underestimate the mission. I'll check on you and myself in a bit. It's my turn. I'll go door to door letting everyone know to stock up on water and food and get their weapons ready for any Honkai beasts, and then I'll join back with everyone. Seems Teresa's made up her mind, so now... Siren, are you okay? I'm good. I'll use all my protective magic once I get the signal. Siren worriedly tightened her grip around the edge of her clothing. So it looks like the big thing about this story is this event is going to be them dealing with things, but Sirin recovering her ability to use magic. She's going to be relearning and re-strengthening herself. And then she's going to learn her magic at the end of this event, probably. Maybe we'll get a teaser of the model of the playable Sirin, and then playable Sirin next patch, and then we're going to get actually playable because she's remembered how to use magic. Okay. It's too much. There are other options. It's alright. It's my job. I can handle it. And after you finish your part, remember to stand at the points in front of the forest entrance. You check the map. Ugh, this part isn't finished yet. Let's get to it then. Oh right, we're laying traps. Trap. Speaking of it, wouldn't it be faster for the drones to do it? Maybe it's better for herself to operate. Run! Alright, one more check and we're all good. Heading to the next area and leaving it to you here. Maps are set. Next is... Hey, you learn faster than I expected. You've got everything down pat. Following the voice, I could see that Delta had already finished her task and was sitting in the tree next to me, watching me closely. When did you get here? A little while ago. And something else, I didn't hear you at all. Totally unprepared for me. I'm your enemy. Delta landed on the ground lightly. Playable model not being even similar to what is used in the last event could mean the source or means of her magic is completely different. Yeah, that's true. And I'm wondering if it's going to be something similar to the recent chapters, right? Because they're in a bubble universe, right? So, in theory, in the bubble universes, the superior power would be quantum power. And it's possible that a lot of the magic in the previous world, because like they said, why is it that there's only one unbroken gem? Well, that unbroken gem is probably their ether anchor. The other gems could be the remains of ether anchors of worlds that have fallen apart. That would be my best guess. And so they could literally be using imaginary powers as magic in that world. So that could be why she looked like, you know, Hersher of the Void Sirin before, and she doesn't anymore because she's going to move away from using the Honkai power, the imaginary power. But we'll see. Actually, I can't remember. Was she... I think she's mech, actually. Was she mech? I can't remember what... Can I see the thumbnail? God damn it, I'll just... I literally just want to look at a thumbnail because the thumbnail has everything I need to know on it. Yes, mech fire. And you've probably said it in chat. Yeah. Yeah. It would make even more sense if she was Quantum, but I mean, they've released a lot of Quantum characters, so... I don't know. But it's interesting. We'll see. I got it. But for the time being, we're working together, so I've got nothing to worry about. Huh. You're a weird one. Makes sense. When faced with something someone doesn't understand, they often describe it as being weird. Speak now if you have any doubts. There's still some time before everything begins. What you want to do seems difficult or even impossible, most of the time bad for you. You do it wishfully and truly believe you can make it happen. Not a compliment. I truly don't understand. Delta turned away awkwardly. Maybe you think we're weird, or that, to put it more poetically, romantics. What about you? Is it isn't a good idea for you to stick with us through this, right? I think differently than you, probably because I was originally a warrior. Although seemed caught in the distant memory. It's clear you are certainly an excellent fighter. Oh, trying to kill me with kindness? Forget it, I'm not interested in giving in to my enemy. I mean it. You know how to fight and make clear judgments in uncertain situations. It's clear to everyone. Well, that's what you consider excellence. Frankly, excellent fighters don't just fight hard, they have to know when to throw in the towel. I thought I had gotten used to giving up, but every time I had to, I just couldn't. Perhaps I'm not a good fighter at all. Do you feel guilty about it, or even sorry? I don't do those sorts of feelings. Bullshit, Delta. Bullshit. I've seen your event. Bullshit. You are so full of regret. You don't want to think about it. Don't be so hard on yourself. Your past experiences have made you who you are today. This is who you are. You don't need to compare yourself to others. Just be yourself. Wouldn't that be selfish? Not at all. You asked me just now why we always try to do the impossible. Maybe it's because I've really done what you claim to be impossible. Might sound strange, but at the time, even after having failed, I never wondered if it was possible or what others would choose to do. The only thing I could think of was... But I can't stop here. Easy to change your mind, but hard to stay true to yourself. I prefer to be an idealist and work towards an ending where everyone wins. There I go, rambling on to myself. It's so cool getting all this captain, like, character development. Watching someone... Yeah. Can only imagine how much that messed up the captain's head. Trying absolutely everything. Again, I highly recommend people go back and look at some of the old stories. We're probably going to do one of the old stories next week after this event. We're going to go back to the history of Luna. But, one of the old events, the captain basically had a time machine and was trying to save someone's life. And they failed and failed and failed again, and they kept going back in time, driving themselves basically insane as they failed to save someone's life over and over again until they finally succeeded. Don't worry, even if the way we think might be different, you don't have to be so strict with yourself. I won't be. Besides, we're fighting side by side for now. We can talk about being enemies later. You won't need to worry about us having any reservations towards you. Told you I won't. Who said you can act all mature? That's right, look at this trap. It's just out in the open. You're right. Go and fix it before Brony sees. Right away. Just as persistent as someone I know. Ugh. Why did I come up with such a ridiculous idea? You two are clearly exact opposites. Before I do this next one, what's the message for it though? The magical star swayed back and forth, becoming illuminated, then extinguished. Probably some Sirin stuff. But before I continue this, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go to the washroom. I'm going to get something to eat. It is a little past my usual dinner time. But we had lots of fun talking, so it's taken a bit. But I'll give you guys some music. Thank you for the hydrate and posture check. Meow. And the snack. But yeah, I'm gonna be right back, so good time if you guys can do a washroom, get food, stretch your legs. I'll take probably about 5 minutes, maybe a tiny bit more, we'll see. And then when I'm back, we'll finish the story and then probably do a little bit of Genshin. So, enjoy the music. Ah. Ah, sorry that took so long. I am back. There was nothing instant, so... Well, nothing quick and instant, so I made myself some noodles. Some kimchi. Kimchi noodles. Got some bacon and stuff in there, too. I made something that I could with what I had. Thank you for the hydrate and posture check. And I got a tea. It's lemon ginger tea, because my stomach has not been feeling the best for quite a while now, honestly. But I'll be fine. I have a little bit of it all the time, and it helps. But unfortunately, noodles not the easiest thing to eat while reading, but I'll make do. But let's see. I'm gonna take action, apparently. We got our 2 physical DPSs. While later. Did Teresa not contact you? Correct, and she hasn't responded to us either. Could see her location here. She's been in town the whole time. Before I join up, I'll check around town. The longer we take, the less favorable the situation will become. I just realized, actually, was Teresa really just let to explore the town by herself? She already has bite marks on her neck. We already know she's run into Luna. What? Why? People are dumb. Rita hung up the call. Hope Teresa's doing alright. Don't have to worry, she'll definitely get it done. Oh, you trust her that much? Mind your own business. She's so stubborn. Imagine when she nags to get someone to do something. Who'd be able to withstand that? Do you have a bite mark on her neck? Yes. The captain noticed when we met her that she had 2 little puncture marks on her neck. And we just so happen to have a vampire going around attacking Teresa's. No. Enough, I'm not going to practice a bit more. Don't disturb me. Captain, everyone help me! Another one dropped! Under the night sky, Teresa carried an armful of mechanical parts as she carefully walked towards us. What are these? The residents gave them to me. Although they still don't believe in Honkai beasts, they were willing to trust me. Be careful, I heard that some of those are fragile. Take a look, can we use any of them? Let me see. My worries were partially relieved after I saw Teresa immerse herself in her task to lay down traps. I'll send a message to Rita now. Not bad, she really did it. Although it must have taken a lot of effort for her to persuade everyone. Perhaps the residents don't believe in Teresa's memories, but they definitely trust her determination to protect the city. What? Moral? Yes, a vampire. God damn it. A few moments later. 97, 98, We have the right number of traps here. My mission is also complete. Great, we're all done. Let's look for Sirin at our meeting spot. I wonder how her protective magic practice is coming along. When we almost arrived at the meeting place, we could see a glowing ball of light from a distance. The ball of light slowly grew in size and took on the shape of a star, but it popped and vanished like a bubble after a few seconds. Miss Sirin is working hard. Looks like Sirin isn't making good progress. Soon another ball of light appeared. This time, we were closer to Sirin and could see how it lit up against Sirin's determined expression. Just hold on a bit longer. Pop. When did you guys arrive? I'll be done soon. I almost succeeded once. Shall we wait a bit longer? Yeah, we already finished laying all the traps after all. Then I'll... Sirin, don't push yourself. Not, I can do it as long as you give me enough... No, Sirin, what I meant was... Even if you can't do it, we can probably handle those Honkai beasts with our current strength. Really? Why would we lie to you? And I'm not the one who decided our strategy this time. As a general, of course, I'd know to leave the room for error. What a waste of resources. Don't talk as if you know everything. Don't underestimate me. Miss Sirin. Said that I can do it, so I will do it. Sirin picked up a thick magic book and walked to a tree nearby. The shining magic star glowed and extinguished repeatedly. The drone has detected the Honkai beast will enter a dangerously close distance in the next 10 seconds. Everyone, get ready. Ronnie's fingers danced on the hollow projection of a keyboard. Alright, everyone, prepare yourself. Here's the signal flare. Hunter, it's your time to shine. Fireworks! That crab's head just came up. Oh, come on. I was a little too early. What happened? More Honkai beasts. Things aren't going according to plan. Rosemary, how are things on your end? Can't reach her. What about Teresa? Teresa said another herd of Honkai beasts has invaded the town. It's a little hard for her to fight the beasts and share the residents alone. With Delta there, they should be able to hold on for a while. At a glance, the intricately laid trap had already been damaged and largely distorted by Honkai beasts. What's done is done. Let's repair the traps now. We were focusing on the repairs. A scouting hunter prompted a warning. About to get lively. A small group of Honkai beasts is approaching. Their speed is... Before Bronny could finish, we could hear the roars of the Honkai beasts. Bronny, go look for Sirin and bring her to Teresa and the others. Hey, what kind of person do you take me for? Do you expect me to abandon you? Bronny raised her gun and the hunters also took their positions. This isn't part of the mission, right? Of course, I'll add this to your tab. She whistled cheerily as she prepared for battle. At that moment, a white light abruptly blocked my vision. Normally, I would definitely hate how bright it was, so bright that it hurt, but right now... But this is protective magic. Came just in time. As bright as dawn. Oh, I have a limit. I can't keep this protective magic up for too long. Like we need to help the residents with preparations to ward off the Honkai beast before it runs out. Although only 60% of the traps have been fixed, I think that's enough. Don't worry, I've already informed the research center and they're evacuating the residents. Sirin, you did amazing this time. Well done, Sirin. That was just some basic magic. No, Sirin, you were really awesome. Aww. Is this what true magical power looks like? It's beyond my imagination. Worked really hard, Sirin. Alright, let's move on. She finally pulled the gold shield card. Growing up. I do notice that's a different outfit here. So we're definitely going to have some Sirin stuff over here, but growing up makes it sound like Sirin might get some more development, maybe? See what the growing up cutscene is. No gameplay. A few days later, the usually energetic Tariri remained unconscious on the white bed. Sirin stared at Tariri's quiet face. As she was weak, Tariri's cheeks had lost much of their color.
我总嫌你吵闹，
I used to complain about how
我
loud
还
you
是更
were,
习惯那样的你。
but I'm more used to that noisy you.
要是你醒过来了，
When you wake up, I'll tell you
我就
everything
会
that
把这些
happened over
天
these few
发生的事
days,
情全都告诉你。
guessing that you'll giggle as you
你
inch
这家伙一
closer
定
and
会笑嘻
say,
嘻的凑过来。算了，
Never mind, I'm not going to imitate your silly words.
我只想告诉你，
I just want to tell you that I don't
不认可你的
acknowledge your
莽撞。
recklessness, but...
可是，哎，发
Huh?
生了什么？
What happened?
看来嘴硬这个特点，你打算一直保持下去啊？
She still has the core, doesn't she? Looks like you don't intend to change how willful you
弗洛
are.
艾前辈，
Alright, senpai.
不对，
No, she would
弗洛
never
艾
say
前辈才
something
不
like
会这样
that.
说话。那应该怎样说
How
呢？
should I put it then?
嗯，
But an idiot like you
可是
obtained the miracle
你这
stone and
笨蛋却
uncovered the
拿到了
secret
奇
of
迹
magical
之石，
pearls.
揭开了
It
魔
made the
法少
mature
女
me
的
super
秘密，
jelly.
这让成熟稳重的我好不甘心哦。弗洛艾前辈才
Oh,
不会
senpai
擅自
would
扭
never
曲别人的
twist
心
another
事。
person's heart. Who are
你到
you?
底是谁？
I said it last time. I said it in the first part of the story. She was hearing voices and stuff. She still has the stone. She's probably technically the next Dark Lord. So the story is probably gonna be... Oh, this is basically gonna be the same idea with Kiana, isn't it? It's gonna be her conquering the quote-unquote inner Hersher.
我这里还有更惊人
Made
的
a
发
bigger
现哦！
discovery. It's about the little
高傲
secret in the
虚荣
prideful
内心
Siren's
深处的
heart.
小
Do you want to
秘密
hear it?
想不想听？你
You.
其实
Actually,
西林
Siren
她
was
一直
scared
很
that she
害
might
怕
never solve this problem
自己
called
也
the
许一
Miracle
辈
Stone
子
in
都
her
没
whole
办法解
life.
决奇迹之石这个麻烦。西林非常
Siren
害
was
怕
scared that they
他们
might
再
never
也
come
回
back.
不来了。
Volare, Tirivi,
弗洛
oh,
艾
and Bravoli,
蔡丽
they'd
丽
never come back.
还有布鲁洛，他们再也回不来了。不要说了，
Stop it.
而这一切
And
都
this
是
is
因为
all
你
that
个胆
coward's
小鬼的
fault.
错呢。
Siren, a
西林
worthless imbecile who
一
could
无是
never
处的笨蛋
do nothing
果
right.
然什么都做不好呢。不要再说了。
Stop it already. I love how her head... She's sad and her head goes down, but if you look at her face is so angry. She snapped and swung a heavy blow. The other jumped back, narrowly evading it. The girl who had Volare's face only shrugged nonchalantly.
你还是和以前一样冲动呢。
You're as impulsive
西林
as ever, Siren.
你和你的心
You and your
事
heart are
都
equally
一样
simple.
简单。我不需要
I don't
你的
need
评
your
判。
judgment. Oh. Oh. Okay. It's a very easy fight, and we don't actually have to play anything, but okay. She's using a little bit of Tariri's magic, too. But okay. So while she's practicing magic, she's gonna have to learn to outpower the will in the Miracle Stone, in the Ether Anchor, that's trying to possess her. I'm going to assume that they did this correctly, and that this just works. They didn't even give me a chance to choose where to put them. And then bunk. Yeah.
怎么你还没有消失？
I said bonk, and then I heard a bonk noise, so I looked at stream to see if anyone redeemed a bonk. They didn't. Did they actually put a bonk noise in the combat and I didn't notice before? That straight up just sounded like the stereotypical, like, meme bonk noise. Why haven't you disappeared?
为什么？
Why? Because I know you better than yourself.
从实力
By
之
the
上
law
的
of the
角度来
jungle,
看，
you should be the one
应该是
disappearing.
你消失才对吧？你要干
What
什
do you
么？
want? your body, I would assume. Coral vanished along with the illusion. In the wind, only Tariri's slow breathing could be heard. But that's not what the medical bay looks like. Sirin stared at the dark red crystal in her hand. She had no proof, but still found it suspicious.
是奇迹之石搞的鬼吗？
It's the work of the Miracle Stone, but
可是那个幻影
that illusion wasn't wrong.
好像也没说错什么。
Sirin shook her head to drive this pesky thought away, but...
喂，你
Hey, how long have you been standing
什
there?
么时候站在那里的？
I'm sorry, I need to talk to you, so...
别紧张，我
Don't
刚
be
刚不小心睡
nervous.
着了
I
而已。
just fell asleep. Let's go talk
什么事？
outside.
我们去外面谈吧。
This is all we know. The Overseer and Twilight Paladin both met a mysterious girl, but as far as I know, Tariri hasn't come into contact with her.
在3个世界炮，他们各自的麻烦和遭遇也
They
不
had
尽相
different
同，
troubles and encounters in the
所
three
以毫
bubble
无规律可
universes,
循。
so we're unable to find a pattern. We did solve Twilight Paladin's problem, but it might have just delayed the arrival of the crisis.
我们的
All
努力
that
还是
effort
于
for
事无补
nothing.
啊。
Maybe not. Because the other anchor is missing, we can't do much in these two bubble universes. Point at the red crystal she was holding. This other anchor is in our hands, since it's the original form of the Dark Lord, and the future that magic girls would face after using the forbidden magic. And it just so happens that a force is restraining evil, then... we can destroy it before it becomes the Dark Lord to end the cycle of tragedy once and for all.
你说什么呢？不
What are
行
you，talking about? No. But...
没有什么可是。
no
我说不
buts.
行就
I
是不
said
行。
no and I mean it. Sirin held the gem closer, darted back towards the ward, and slammed the door shut. Sirin, sorry,
弗洛艾前辈还在里面，
I's still in there.
Fulai前辈
Flora
还等着我
Senpai
救
is
她出
waiting
来。
for me to save her.
我还没有试过，
I haven't tried.
我
I
还没有
haven't
试
tried
过行
doing
不
it.
行？直接毁掉的话，
It's destroyed. Flora Senpai
弗洛
will...
艾前辈就……
Ring stopped after a long while. The door opened a crack. Sirin, sorry, I...
我没有原谅你啊！
Don't fuck off. Not important ever. I haven't forgiven you. Sirin gazed at the gem in her hand with tear stains on her face.
我试过了，
I tried. I thought
我以为
enough
足够的专
dedication
注
and
和真
sincerity
诚就
could
能
make
做
a
出什么改
difference.
变，可是什么都没有发
Nothing
生，
happened. I can't feel any
感受不到奇
fluctuations
迹
in the
之石里
Miracle
的任
Stone.
何波动。太令
The
人
girl
的家伙
Tariri made me think I could do it if I was as reckless as her.
让我以为像他一样莽撞就能行。
No, you did remarkably. Didn't your protection magic work? Maybe it's the first step, but I think it's a great start.
可是这还不够，
This isn't enough.
只会守护魔法，
Only knowing
只
protection
能找回
magic
我
can
曾
help
经
me
掌握的
recover
魔
the
法力
magical
量。
power I once
只
harnessed.
凭这些，
It isn't nearly enough to
不
help
是
me
救
save
不回
Valora
弗莱
Senpai
前
and
辈和凯
Tariri.
莉莉的。
Couldn't refute her. After all, this matter involved too many people and had too many uncertainties.
抱歉，
Sorry, I'm just not
我
as
只是做不
strong-willed
到
as
像你
you.
们这样坚定。
Don't mind it. It isn't the happy things that turned me into this. Maybe it was because of my self-ridicule she gradually softened. Aside from Tariri, you seem to be worried about something else.
从那天开始，我忽然意识到，在魔王和悲
Boy.
剧的循环面前，
From that day on, I realized that before the Dark Lord and the cycle of tragedy,
强大如魔法
even the
安全局
powerful Magic Security Bureau was powerless.
而且
And instead of being helped for Bully Senpai and Vorai Senpai,
非但帮不上
magic
布鲁
girls
洛
like
前辈和
Tariri
弗
and
莱
I
前
will
辈
only make them sacrifice themselves to
反而让
protect
弗洛艾
us.
前辈为保护我们，失去求生的机会。
Our pain doesn't only come from the indifference of the Bureau, but also... I knew the word would be powerlessness, but I didn't say it.
所以，
Yeah, and then there was this scene. We haven't seen her do the white hair thing again yet. That could be, because we've seen it happen in multiple worlds now, right? So maybe that is the cycle of the world, right? The world starts to break down when it becomes a bubble universe, and Honkai starts to recycle it, destroy it, push it towards its end. Maybe push people to grow, who knows? But the Honkai starts attacking it a bit more fervently. Maybe it's trying to find the Ether Anchor because that's the source of power of that world. And then with that, it can further its agenda, what it's trying to do. Why, I think, the face of this colossal difficulty, rather than putting my life on the line like Turiri, it's better to carry on their legacies and live a good life so their sacrifices aren't in vain. As long as I do nothing adventurous or willful, I won't lose anything again. But too late. Turiri. You're still affected by her, right? You've guessed it, haven't you? Yes, I'm the one who found out about Cerberus. Because you're too worried about her. Yeah, of course. I go back and forth on any information I obtain, but she didn't hesitate at all to. In the end, this idiot actually got her hands on the Miracle Stone. To protect us, Senpai became the Miracle Stone. Rescue Senpai, Turiri found the Miracle Stone. But now the Miracle Stone is in my hands, but I... It's interesting, too, because if you compare this to Star Rail, because the Ether Anchors do seem to be resembling what the Stellarons are doing. It kind of makes you wonder if the Ether Anchors or Stellarons are just a natural part of a world. Because it makes sense that life is a cycle, right? Things will eventually end. It makes you wonder if that straight up that just Ether Anchors are Stellarons, Stellarons are Ether Anchors. It's just a different term for the same thing. It's what's left of when the world was connected to the imaginary tree, and it slowly cannibalizes its own world until it's gone. They may actually be Hershey cores. I know people have said that, and I've thought about that in the past too. And I mean, if anything, they're the same thing as a Hershey core, right? As far as we know, a Hershey core is a singularity. It's a connection to the imaginary tree. From what we've been described for the Ether Anchors, they're the same thing. They're a singularity of... It's specifically the point where that world connected to the imaginary tree. I think that was... Was that in the Brony story? I can't remember which story it was in. But as far as we know, the Ether Anchor is basically like the stem of that world. If we think of the world like a leaf or a fruit, it's what connected it to the imaginary tree. But that would make them functionally the same thing. Just originally they were different purposes. But, Sirin used her sleeve to wipe her watering eyes with feigned composure. Aren't I foolish? I thought I really grew up the day I transformed to magical girl the first time at the Dark Castle. Okay, so the ability to transform into a magical girl is something different of just using magic. So they literally have like a transformation. Sensible enough, calm enough, and composed enough to make every move after thorough planning. Yeah, that's true too, right? It's entirely possible that Herrscher cores, we originally thought they connected it to imaginary, right? But it could be that the Herrscher cores, although they work the same way, that it doesn't connect directly to the tree, it connects to the cocoon of finality, which would make them functionally a little different. Growing up doesn't mean troubles and issues automatically go away.
No.
Where can I find the
长大也
answers to
无法解决
problems
的
that can't
问
be
题，
solved by growing up?
去哪里才能找到答案呢？
By experiencing the problems.
干
Why are you
干嘛
staring
突
at
然
me
这
like
样盯着
that?
我看？
Just thinking this is what Princess Kongmin meant by the participants cannot see the whole picture.
你们船上的人
You
说话都这
people
么
on the
秘密
ship
吗？
talk in riddles. Kongmin does. Not really. I think you already know the answer. You just haven't realized it yet. Like the situation the Twilight Paladin was in at the time. But the answer would become meaningless if told by others. You have to discover it yourself.
我也
I
没
didn't
指望
expect
你
you
来
to
告诉
tell
我，
me. Just you wait. I'll find a
你就等
solution
着
to
吧。
this all.
我绝对会找到解决这一切的办法。
Good. That's the spirit.
你这家伙，
Hey, are you treating me
该
like
不
a
会是想
kid?
把我当小孩子来应付吧？
No, not at all.
不过
I
说
do
了这
feel
么
much
多之
better
后，
after getting that off my
确
chest,
实
though.
感觉心情轻松了不少。
Bonding time with Sirin. Best thing ever.
这家伙，
That's why that buffoon...
该不会是为了这个才……先不管这家伙，
Leaving that buffoon aside, I do
Sure,
need to
she'll be
reconsider about magical
再认真
girls,
考
about
虑
the
一次。
Miracle Stone, about
关于魔
Sirin.
法少女，关于奇迹之石，关于西林。
你终于来了。
Finally here. What's wrong, Bronny? It's unlike you to look for me urgently. Did you lost a game and need my help? The hacker bit her lip and threw me a look. I immediately realized the gravity of the
我
matter.
们刚刚有个
We
新
just
发
made a new
现。
discovery. She bared the shoulder of the girl lying in the hospital bed and gestured for me to come closer. I'm sorry about this. When I saw 2 bite marks on Toriri's shoulder, I was dazed. This
是
is...
的，
Yes,
主
the
教
same
德
as
丽
the bite
莎
marks
以
we
及
found
目
on
光
Overseer
骑
and
士身
Twilight
上发现的
Paladin.
伤痕形状一致。
Taking the situation into account,
综
we
合
can
现
basically
状考虑
confirm，that.
我们基本上可以确定，
Enough, Bronny.
给西林讲了那么多大道理，
You lectured Siren on life, but it turns out you're the one who can't accept reality.
这个
Joke
笑
is
话
not
可一点都
funny.
不好笑。你终究会避不
Can't
开，
avoid it. When that
当
time
那一刻
comes, you'll
到
have
来
to make
之
a
际，
choice.
你必须做出选择。
I know, I just need to think. Think from beginning to end. Well, this makes me want to do the thing before part 3. Because something tells me what the captain has to think about is Luna. I mean, this is Tuesday, maybe Monday. We'll see. I'll have to see what all's going on over the next week. Maybe we'll look into doing the Luna event Monday, and then we can continue this when it comes out Tuesday. Ooh. But Siren is actually running into issues with this thing trying to control her. How much have I gotten anyway? Clearly not 4,000, or I would have gotten a ting from this. Oh, just barely over 3,000. But yeah. I'm curious. Because it sounds like... It sounds like Luna is after Ether Anchors as well. And then the question is why? Why is she collecting Teresa's specifically? Like, you'd think she's a vampire, she could just drink from anyone, right? She doesn't specifically need Teresa's. What is she planning? I don't know. It's
一
interesting.
般来说，
Claim those. What I have in here. But you know what? Before I switch game, before I do a little bit of Genshin, for one, I want to eat some. My noodles are starting to look less like a soup. The noodles are just soaking up the broth. Oh well, means they'll be flavorful. But I'm gonna do a tiny bit of memorial. Ah, memorial, goddammit. Biss. Why does it memorial? My brain is broken today. I'm not gonna do the boss. What is the boss anyway? Huh. Literally the Susanna one. This one's only happened once, I think, right? It doesn't even... It's weird, but okay. I'm probably gonna do these two. Lightning! Ugh. But yeah, just get some crystals. Because I think the crystals from this should give me enough to do a pull. We'll do a single pull, and then we'll switch over to Genshin. Like I said, I'm probably going to do some pulls in Genshin. We'll see what happens. I'll do a little exploring, maybe building, if I get a character.
好高，快笔臣服于我。还是得靠我。来打我呀！太虚之握。我会全力以赴。对不住了。速战速决。
I'm gonna fucking miss. God damn it.
尽情舞蹈吧，在音乐停歇之前。对不住了。
Sele. Sele or just do Sele? I mean, Sele supports Sele sounds pretty funny.
骑士先生，想为你画一幅画，用我最喜欢的颜色。
Oh, oops. Accidentally tapped instead of hold, apparently.
尽情舞蹈吧，在音乐停歇之前。对不住了，好高。画里的世界很美。
Now I do a bit of a speed rotation. Can you switch weapon, please? Jesus. I really hate the weapon switch mechanic sometimes because it just doesn't happen. And now dance to the end. Oh, didn't let me do the last step. Rude.
我刚才没有拖后腿吧？
Still think... Yeah, still need to get the last one. So, lightning... Actually, this one works because this is Mobius. I have Mobius. So this one's not so bad. Change that.
"实验开始了。重定向完成，中招小兔 A 级部署。重构武装，启用手动驾驶，检索反应，全数清除，调用后备能源。你见过星星粉碎的样子吗？
重登舞台，随歌起舞吧，这便是你的安魂之曲。节奏加快。1、2。 四级为
Might have been too early.
灯神之客。
Yeah, it was too early. Oh. Thank you, boy.
急救位，重装小兔，激活火力掩护，能量解线。
Actually, I guess this is a girl, isn't it? That's specifically model of a...
前
Gotta
所
do the
反
whole
应
thing.
全数清除。
No, fuck it, I'll just not do that. Save it for the boss.
演出要开始了。啊！去掉剑墙，
Can you guys please come in here?
节奏加快。
别害怕，
I don't use this team that
就
often.
结束了。
And it's time to run. Where's the last one? Oh, they're all over there. Okay.
小白鼠们都藏到哪儿去了呢？
Find me. But why'd you put one there? And I didn't get it. God damn it.
蛇要来把你。
What? Stop that. Oh, that counts? Aw, tiny bit too early. Oh well.
从重装小兔 A 级部署，
Completely prepared。
以真理之名，超越往昔。
重登舞台，激昂的乐章，此刻如黄金般闪耀。去掉剑墙，
快给我老实点！从这此即为灯神之刻，要小心了。很痛的。
There we go. Seeing her, like, phasing effect in slow-mo is really
不小
cool.
心玩坏了呢，但没关系，我还有你呀。
But there we go, that's 3. Claim that. I'll sit at 18,000 until I see what everyone's score is on Sunday. What I usually do. But that gives enough for a poll. Also for this, but how much points do I have right now? 170? I don't need these desperately right now, but I'll work on getting those. Oh. Got a pull. Just one pull. There's no guarantee of anything, but if we do get her, I have a lot of weapon pulls. But, God, I hope I don't go to pity. Please. Please, game. I've gotten so many Yai things. So much Yai stuff from this banner. Girls don't need to look at explosions, oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this as I can. I finished, well, I still have to level some characters in Elysian Realm. It's gonna be a grind, but I'll have to work on that over the weekend and try working towards this. Because again, I have a shit ton of pulls saved up for here. I just need to get the damn character first. Preferably. Would be nice. Yeah, the new Cele's animations are really good. She looks really fun for Elysian Realm, so I'm hoping I can unlock her soon before they change the buffs in Elysian Realm, so I can try it when it's at its strongest. Because don't get me wrong, Prometheus is fun. Anyone who's been watching me, I've been doing Prometheus on this current setup, and it deletes everything. Sometimes the bonus stages can be a bit rough if you don't get the right buffs early, but Prometheus destroys this place. It's just In the past, I used to just play whatever character I felt like, and I played all the characters because it was fun. It was fun to do random characters. But now that the weather system exists, characters are at their most fun at specific times. And I don't want to miss that. It kind of sucks that you can miss out on some of the most fun times for certain characters in Elysian Realm.
一般来说，我会制作一台用于提醒的机械。
Archer Finality? Yeah.
就为了你。
Finality is my usual go-to if I really want to just go through it and I think she'll work. But right now, because there's a lot of like physical and focus, and you can use Frost a little bit too, depending on the characters. But right now, Prometheus is just so good in the current setup that I've just been using Prometheus. And Prometheus just has a good like, Prometheus actually plays really similarly to Finality in Elysian Realm. They both have a very structured, simple rotation that you can just do that simple rotation over and over of spamming charge attack ult, and it just does a ton of AoE damage. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I do also want to try to get Project Bunny. That one's up in the air. I'd have to get really lucky with getting Sele's weapon for me to feel willing to pull for Project Bunny, but I would like to get Project Bunny. Project Bunny's adorable. Frickin' silly thing with a carrot. Frickin' carrot missiles. But I do think I'm gonna switch over to Genshin for a bit. See what we can get up to there. I am probably gonna do... I think I have 20 pulls. I could be wrong. I think I have 20 pulls right now in Genshin. I'll probably do those. I'm not gonna hit Pity. I'm not guaranteed to get Linny, but I will... I'm probably gonna try to get him, because I think he'd be fun anyway. My biggest issue right now, and one of the things that encouraged me, anyone who actually does Abyss, you need to have multiple teams that don't share characters, and right now, Dea is in like 3 of my teams. And so as much as I could do Mono Pyro with Dea, if I do Mono Pyro with Dea, then I can't use the other teams that need Dea unless I replace her. So if I get him to replace Dea in the Mono Pyro team, then Dea can be the tank for someone else. 6 cat girls, and I would love that too. That is also... Honestly, I just want one. If I could get one so that she has the gather on her skill, that makes her 10 times better a support. But I would love to get 6 so I can actually use her as a DPS, because I think DPS cat would actually be really fun. But let me get Genshin to start opening. Let me change the bookmark to Hu Tao, because of course it's Hu Tao. Let me adjust the title. More exploration in Fontaine. Love this region. Change message. Change the game. Go. Yes, I did. Anyone in my Discord server might have seen it already, but I found out that the weapons from Fontaine all have a water drop shaped gem on them. That gem will glow if it's on a Pneumosia character. For people who don't know, at least as far as I know, it's going to be all Fontaine characters. All Fontaine characters and the Traveler, because the Traveler was quote-unquote infected with Pneuma when they touched the statue. But the Traveler is a Pneuma character. Lynette is a Osea character, a dark character. Linny, I gotta get that pronunciation down. But Linny is also a Pneuma character like the Traveler. The weapon will glow to match the alignment of the character. And it's such a cool little detail, and it makes the weapon look so much cooler. I haven't really looked at the other 4 weapons that much to know how viable they are, but the sword at least is really good for Lynette, so I'm using it. And thankfully, not only does it work good on her, but it looks cool on her. I can put down my controller now, because I don't play this game with controller. And yeah, last night I was farming a domain and I decided to use my Eula team. I think I built this team on stream. I put this team together and I made the preset for this team on stream like 2 months ago. Back when Eula's banner was rerun, I was like, oh, I should make a team for Eula and maybe use her again at some point. I never used this team until last night. This team absolutely obliterates everything, and it's hilarious. So I've been using this since last night.
To learn some Favonia's blade work? All right,
I think I already
teach
did.
you.
I already did my my daily commissions, right? Yeah, I did my daily commissions.
Oh yes, I'll teach you all right. Mark my words.
I wasn't expecting that when I unpaused. But yeah, I guess to show off the sword thing. If you look at her with the weapon, there's like an evil looking dark glow around the gem. But that is the Osea glow, because she's Osea aligned. But if I was to go to Traveler and select the weapon so you can look at it, you can see it has like a rainbow glow around it. This light, airy glow, white lines coming out. It's got a rainbow around the gem. Because Traveler is Numa oriented. And then if you switch to another character, sword character, brain is apparently off right now. There's one. If you do it on a character that doesn't have an alignment, it doesn't glow. Nothing changes. It's just normal. It's such a cool... It's just such a cool little thing they added for the weapon. I really like it. Now, I don't want to go to the restaurant, and I worry about getting too close to the restaurant. Actually, was it? Which side of town was it? Yeah, it was near the restaurant, wasn't it? I don't want to trigger the story. I'm trying to think. It was down there, right? Eh, screw it. I can run across town. I don't mind. It's a pretty town.
More speed.
But yeah, I'll have to see, because I haven't gotten to use her yet, right? I don't have her fully built, and I don't have a team for her. But it is entirely possible that the glow also aligns to the cooldown of the effect. Don't want to go into the Undercity. Is this on the inner part? Yes.
More speed.
Because if I'm gonna pull with hopes of getting the twins, clearly the best place to do that pull is in front of their house, right? Clearly the best place to pull. We know this is canonically their house. Which, you know, now that I think about it, does that mean this is the House of Hearth? Or at least, like, a Fontaine branch? Though we found out that Arlecchino's from Fontaine. I wonder if this is just straight up the House of Hearth. Or if the House of Hearth is in Snezhnaya, and this is just a house they own in Fontaine. I don't know. I have pulls. And one sec, I also have people DMing me. What is this? One sec. Someone sent something about... Oh my gosh. I have so many random messages. And apparently one of my friends is only now realizing that there's censorship underwater. What? How did they not notice while exploring the giant bubble at the center of their screen? It is obnoxious, to say the least. But again, I think I'm at like 40 pity or something. 40 or 50 pity, so I'm not near guarantee. I don't know exactly what I'm at. Oh, you know what? Let's count it. Let's count it so we'll know. How close are we? It's 30. 40. We're at 48. So this won't even get me to soft pity. I only have 21 pulls. But we'll see. I'll do my usual that I always do when I'm doing pulls trying to get some. I'm gonna roll my lucky die. Clap my hands that many times. Inhale, exhale that long. And bow my head. Then I'll take a sip of my tea and we'll see what happens. Oh god, I rolled a 6. I haven't rolled a 6 in a long time. Okay. We'll see what happens. Temple. Purple. Please be a cat. I would very much like it to be a cat. Think this is pity? Okay, maybe I'm one off. Fucking Dragon's Bane, because you know I totally needed that. God damn it, Dragon's Bane. Why are you like this? You're a good spear. I don't need more of you. And another 10 pull. It's a purple. Yes, the stick is not a cat. Come on, are we gonna go to pity every time too? Jeez. It has to be a character from the banner this time, right? And it's Barbara. I mean, I guess I have Barbara C6 now. I've been sitting at Barbara C5 for a very long time. So, yay? I'm pretty sure that's my C6. I get a revive. Woo! Okay, and then we have a single. I am still saving my standard pulls, though. Just in case. And nothing. Sad. We'll see. I'm gonna do some exploring and gathering stuff, so who knows, if I get enough for another pull or two, maybe I'll do that at the end.
Aristocratic
Oh,
etiquette is
actually,
all just for show.
I saw that. I'm stupid. I have one more. And it's probably gonna be nothing. You know what? I'll save that for the end. I'll buy it now. I'll buy it. But we'll see how many we can get by the end of
Smile and
today.
nod along.
And I just tried to grab my controller again, god damn it.
But even I don't take them that seriously.
But don't mind me while I try to eat some of my now... Like, these were good ramen noodles at least, but the ramen noodles are starting to look more like udon noodles. They've soaked up all the broth. My noodle soup has turned into, like, fried noodles.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? Alright then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you alright. Mark my words.
I feel like Eula is threatening me. But... I could do world class. I could just explore. There's a lot of stuff I haven't looked around too much yet. I don't think I've looked too much around here. I kind of went over it a bit, but... I haven't checked around here very much either. By the time everything was finished, my friend said the pasta was good. I've definitely had that happen before. One of my favorite pastas to cook with is orzo. Unfortunately, orzo is very, very good at soaking up liquid. For people who don't know, orzo is like little rice-shaped pasta. And it will swell up to like 4 times its size and soak up like every broth you put it in if you try to make soup with it. It's really good in soups, just know that it might not be soup forever. Today's Friday. So sometime tonight or tomorrow, a lot of the plants should come back, right? I'm assuming the plants here aren't back yet. Should be some... I swear it was near trees. Over here? No. Trying to remember the exact spot of all these damn plants. I haven't marked my map or anything. I just need to see one of the bushes to see if the plants respawned. I swear it was near one of these. Is it higher up, maybe?
More speed.
I know there's a bunch of them up here. Oh, there's a time trial thing there. There's something to do. Oh, I see berries. Okay, stuff has respawned. Good to know. So I gotta pull up a map and go looking for these. Unless I missed that one, but I'm pretty sure I ran through here. Yeah, look at the puzzles around here that are done. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look for, where's the map? Put it in a separate window. Unmark the doors. I don't need those right now. Oops. Where was that one? That one was like here-ish? Oh yeah, they were all up on this cliff. God damn it. So there should have been one beside the teleporter, so maybe not all of them are back? I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep the map off to the side there, just in case. Can I see any of the other ones from here? I feel like I should double check just to make sure it wasn't just a single bush I missed. Oh, nope, I see them all on the bushes. Okay, yep, nope, they're back. Time to collect more berries for the cat. Oh boy. Time to go into the sky. Where are we going? Where? Oh. That was troll. Troll each out. A few of these have been tricky. A few of them have been purposely trying to trick you. And I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's fun, but I also think it's just like, ugh, really? Why? Okay, I think there might be some under this tree? Was it this tree? No, this is too far down, isn't it?
More speed.
But there's a bunch of them over here. Berries! Thank you for your donation, Slime. I will leave you alone now. Over here. More berries. There's a ton over here.
More speed.
Okay, I think that's all the ones here. There should have been some near that teleport. I wonder if I was just blind and missed them. Oh, yep, I was blind as hell. I see them now. Perfect. The one up at the top of the hill, I'm pretty sure I missed the other day. So I only opened it yesterday. I think I got it yesterday. Why